Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Sacker down by the end line. Pushes across. Lose your eye! And just like that, 1-1. Now Elders may look to take a shot. He does, and he buries it! Steps up, and just like that, Reed Dennis comes up big. Lose your eye, 1-on-1. Lose your eye. Oh, he'll be taken down inside the box.
Knocks back in. Nationals got it. Bicycle kick for a goal!
Now Sacker. Sacker into the 18. Sacker shot. That goes off the goalkeeper's glove into the net. 2-1 here in the 32nd. This one played in. That's a good ball. And that one goes in. And just like that, the Nationals now have a 1-0 lead. Walensky puts his far post. One-touch opportunity. And what a great goal that was.
Joaquin Beatty of Ohio League.
Look at that shot from Sevi Roy. My goodness, Sevi Roy with a left-footed banger.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
He'll cut it back on his left foot, and that goes in! Towards the 6, a one-time shot, and it's 2. That one with Etheridge! What a save! One-time shot! My goodness! One finds his way to the back.
Voice of Michigan Student Athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We were responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic students can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game. We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while maintaining a high level of respect for all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Are you looking to take your game to the next level? Did you know that MSN is now offering player recruitment videos? Our packages include a player profile where you show your preferred positions, the club, the league, or school that you play in, your current coach contact information, and more. The highlight videos could be self-submitted, 15 to 30 clips that will be put into a 3 to 7 minute long video. Video review of your Huddle, VO, or other platforms that you might have video on, as well as for an additional charge, MSN can come out and film games for you to create those clips. Our coach evaluation process, which is also an additional charge, where we have college coaches from various levels across the United States that will review your game film and provide feedback on how to improve that film, as well as also evaluating your play and what you can improve on. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. Not only do we help develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces with different surfaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills to create space, receiving on a half turn, hook turn, and out of the air, finishing off the dribbling, one-touch, volleys, and headers. We help players get comfortable performing these skills at game speed with pressure and with both their dominant and non-dominant foot. In addition, we help players with their speed of play, awareness of space, defenders and teammates, and also dominate with our off-the-ball movement. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, large groups, as well as team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country and developed one of the most detail-oriented programs to help out players. Visit our website.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate! Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
The following is a presentation of the Michigan Soccer Network. And for Baccarat, and that goes in!
MSN All-State Media Day for girls soccer. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrett. Ball comes in, a good hit! 1-0! Shot, another save from Etheridge! Rebound, and it goes in the back of the net. The Bulldogs up 1-0! Burzma, but then for Vlasma! 3-0! Stewart Heiss with a shot! Upper 90 and in! Effectively today here on the Michigan Soccer Network, we are launching our new division of player recruitment videos. Mario Canoe now finds Stock. Stock's got a left-footed banger. He shoots it, and it's in! The Red Hawks equalize!
and welcome to Grand Rapids, Michigan, here at the Aquinas soccer field for the Whac tournament final of women's college soccer, joined by Dan Stickrad. I am Noah Drury, and Dan, what do we expect from these two teams? All of it on the line, and both of them also get a chance to go to the NAIA national tournament as well.
Well, these two programs have clearly been the class of the Whac here in recent years. They combined for 5 of the last 6 conference tournament champions, and both teams have won conference tournament or regular season crowns here the last 10 to 15 years. So both sides ranked in the top 25 all season. Northwestern Ohio is 24th, and Aquinas came in the week 5th in the nation. So you're going to expect a very good game. They competed here a month ago with Aquinas pulling in 1-0 victory over Northern Ohio and Northwestern Ohio, and expect the same type of game, this time around. Both defenses have not giving up very many chances all season, and both teams have a very vaunted offensive attack.
Yeah, Aquinas, 81 goals, 5 goals allowed on the season, and Northwestern Ohio has had 7 clean sheets in a row. Since that game against Aquinas on October 5th, they have not allowed a goal, and that's because of Sophia Eisner, one of the leaders, number 1. You see her in the blue on St. Bernard, which is the name of the Aquinas logo. Eisner's been pretty remarkable this season. Only season, 7 goals allowed, 39 saves, 11-3 record. She's been nothing but spectacular for the Racers this season. And their only other tie, because they have the loss to Aquinas, 10-1-1 in conference. Their only tie came against Siena Heights, and that was a 0-0 game.
Yeah, both goalkeepers amongst the leaders nationally in a multitude of goalkeeping categories. Look at Kayla Shook for Aquinas, great numbers as well, just conceding 5 goals all season. 0.29 goals against average and a .881 save percentage. She's got a very stout, very talented defense in front of her, so not expecting a lot of chances conceded by either side, and don't expect a lot of high-scoring affair here today. This will be a low-scoring contest, as both defenses and goalkeepers are going to be up to the task. We'll see which one can break down the other team mentally and find that one great opportunity to put themselves up on the board.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a game that goes to a shootout, right? Both these teams really competitive, been really good in the Whac. I mean, Aquinas got them 1-0, but, it's hard to beat a team the second time around when you got to play them again. But we're shortly going to be underway here for the Whac tournament final, and we've seen this Aquinas team twice now, or 3 times on the Michigan Soccer Network, regular season finale with Rochester Christian, and then the quarterfinal and semifinal matchup. And this team, they do it both ways. They get it done on offense. They get it done on defense. Sydney Schenk, who had both goals in the 2-0 victory over Lords, has the Whac Offensive Player of the Year. Mava Lichtensteiger has the most total points on the season with 48. She was the midfielder of the year. You have Shuck as the goalkeeper of the year. And then James DeCosmo, head coach of the year of the Whac as well. So a lot of accolades on this team, but the job's not finished, because you still got to, if you're Aquinas, you're hoping that you win this game, and then the national tournament, you can make it maybe to a national tournament game in the NAIA.
Yeah, they were in the Elite 8 last year. We'll see if either of those two teams can make a run, but here on the pitch, the final decision, who will be the top team in the Whac Conference Tournament Championship here just moments away. And you look up and down these rosters, and you look at Aquinas in particular. They had 17 players as of Saturday, recorded just 1 point. They got great depth, great balance. Northwestern Ohio is the same way. They, again, have a lot of players that have been involved in that attack, a lot of players getting goals and assists. So we'll see maybe a similar style play here today. I don't expect to see a ton of great scoring chances, but rain is forecasted for this evening. We'll see if rain does hit the Grand Rapids area here tonight, and if that has any effect on this contest. If it does, but both teams, they've worked hard for these types of moments. They have played great seasons overall, and you wouldn't expect anything less than a number 1 and number 2 seed meeting up in the conference tournament championship.
Well, and they did not have to play a semifinal game. Their quarterfinal result, they won against Indiana Tech 3-0. But since Rochester Christian had that ineligible player that played in the quarterfinal game against Siena Heights, they beat Siena Heights, but Siena Heights couldn't advance to the semifinal after Rochester Christian got disqualified because they lost the contest. So Unoh's on a week of rest now. They haven't played since last Wednesday versus Indiana Tech. So let's see if that helps them or if that hurts them, right? Because you've only played 1 weekend, but you played 1 game in 2 weeks. So this is your second game, and we'll see how they play. Aquinas is a well-oiled machine, and you gotta come out hot. You gotta want to get that first goal of the game because that might be the only one.
Yeah, it could have either a positive or negative effect. They had a chance to, heal some bumps and bruises, some kinks in the armor with a week rest and only playing 1 game within 2 weeks. On the other hand, you might not come out as sharp against one of the premier teams in the country. So we'll see if this has any type of effect on Northwestern Ohio overall. So we're just a few seconds away here from kickoff. So we'll see how they react to that layoff. That was an unfortunate situation in the Whac, where Rochester Christian University defeated Siena Heights 2-0 last week
as Lima
in that quarterfinals.
Kicks it off to start for Unoh. And this one, you can expect this game's going to be won at the midfield. Who can dominate the possessions and attack on the wings and get as much opportunities inside the 18, because they're not going to be easy to come by. Unoh's got 20.1 shots per game on his 53% shot on goal percentage. Meanwhile, Aquinas has 31 shots per game and a 47% shot on goal percentage. Is pushed inside the 18. Unoh clearing it out and trying to get it away and not let Aquinas strike early. Lichtensteiger gets it to Slesniski. Back to Lichtensteiger. Gonna pass it down to Schenk. Schenk's just gonna clear it out and reset this offense.
Noah, you and I had a chance to call the game Saturday, the Whac semifinals with Lourdes University and Aquinas. And Aquinas came out, they controlled play about 95% of that contest, but struggled to put the ball in the back of the net. They won that game 2-0, but they had over 20 great scoring chances in that match. And Lourdes is a very good defensive team as well.
But the ability to not push it on offense was the reason why Lourdes wasn't able to come away with the victory. So it looks like they'll say that'll go out on the touchline for number 23, Olivia Chambers. It'll be a throw-in for Aquinas. I'm interested to see what Unoh can do against this Aquinas defense, because Aquinas has been, while a great offensive team, I mean, the defense has been that much better for him as well. I mean, 5 goals only allowed on the season. Kayla Shuck's been nothing but spectacular in net. And those backline players, Bowling, Henteman, Tack, Reese in the defensive center mid, and she's done a really great job, and the whole unit for Aquinas has done a great job as well.
So you can see the fans rolling in the beautiful campus of Aquinas College. This is about 6 to 8 miles northeast of downtown Grand Rapids, kind of in the middle of a neighborhood. It's a very beautiful small campus. There's a lot of small colleges in the Grand Rapids area, as well as Unoh takes the first free kick of the game.
That one's going to be batted away by Aquinas. Schenk trying to split the two and rallying her teammates there. Lichtensteiger playing towards it, and McIntosh will just kick it back to Eisner and send it to the center circle. So they'll work it down this right side. It'll be kicked away by Tack. Great pass up to Slesniski. Not able to get around McIntosh, but there will be a foul called against Unoh, and it'll be a free kick opportunity in that deep third of Unoh territory.
So this looks to be about 35 yards out in front of the goal. Great opportunity for Aquinas. They just kind of send this free kick in the middle of the box, look to make a volley or a header towards the framework and get an early advantage.
Henteman, she's got a big leg. She's going to look to send one in. Beautiful kick down the right side, but nobody home. Gignac not able to get a foot on it, and it will be a goal kick for the Racers. I want to go back to their matchup on October 5th. If we look at the team stats 13-13 on total shots, 6 saves each. Corner kicks, Aquinas 4-3. But Mava Lichtensteiger in the 80th minute of that game was able to come away with 1 goal for Aquinas, and that ended up being the difference. So I think statistically we're going to see a well-even match between both of these squads.
Yeah, Lichtensteiger in top 10 nationally, 17 goals, 14 assists. One of the point leaders as well. She's had an amazing season, one of not just top forwards and midfielders in the entire Whac, but in the entire country as well. Obviously, any team that Aquinas plays here in the national tournament will be wanting to mark her up as well.
As Unoh playing very aggressive as Promoneman. Had it taken away. But this defense for Unoh is giving Aquinas a little bit of trouble. Very physical play. The refs let it play out. No, they won't. There will be a foul call. And it looks like it's going to be against Unoh.
Unoh has actually won this conference tournament championship 5 of the last 11 years.
In Alicia Fry's first year, she was able to win the tournament last season in 2023. She comes from Lindsey Wilson College. Also was a grad assistant at UT Rio Grande. So
Aquinas has had a similar numbers. They won the conference tournament championship in 2021 and 22.
As Eisner will step up to that one in the box. Tried to get it to Slesniski for a one-on-one opportunity, but not able to come away with even a shot. No shots in the first 5 minutes of this matchup. As that's going to be a little bit too long of a pass, and it will be out on the touchline and go the other way for Unoh.
Yeah, Aquinas also won it back in 2018, so Aquinas looking for their 4th conference tournament championship in 7 years, and for Unoh would be their 6th in an 11-year period. So both teams have been here before. They've won conference tournament championships. They both have combined for a multitude of regular season championships. I mean, Aquinas won last year. They tied the regular season with Siena Heights. They won this year. They also won in 2020, 21, and 22. And then before that, Unoh won in 2017, 18, and 19. So these two teams, you look back historically, especially in the last decade, and they've kind of been the kind of more premier teams of this entire conference.
Yeah, both of these teams have always been at the top of the Whac in recent memory. And there's a reason why they're playing for another time for another tournament championship. As last year, both these teams made the NAIA national tournament. Aquinas was able to get to the quarterfinal, getting there the last 2 years. Look to make that semis and maybe the national championship, as there's a lot of good teams across the country, so you got to win every game, and sometimes you got to be a little bit lucky in tournament situations as well and have things go your way.
And now we're getting into mid-November, into early December, where all the college tournaments will be taking place nationally. You have to always factor in the weather.
Travel.
What part of the country you're playing in? Will you have rain?
Inside the 18! Eisner able to cut it off and come up with a stop.
Will there be rain? Will there be snow? I mean, you've seen it time and time again. The farther north you go for tournament games, the more likely.
Opportunity for Aquinas. Lichtensteiger with the shot. Gets it blocked by Unoh. Number 23, Olivia Chambers, coming up clutch on the defensive side. As we'll take a look right here. A little give and go with Schenk. Had an opportunity right there, crossed over to her right leg, and that slide by Olivia Chambers to come up with the stop ends up not allowing a goal for Aquinas.
It's a great defensive effort there. She kind of had to spin her body around and to get able to extend that right leg to block that shot that was in the middle of the box. So great defensive play early here for Unoh.
Great timing as well. I mean, if you're a second early or a second late, that shot trajectory looks a lot different. As Vivian Promoneman tried to feed it up to Lima. Not able to get it to her, and Aquinas will look to attack the other way. Luis Alblid gets it on the left side. But Unoh hasn't been able to find a real offensive opportunity yet. Let's see if they can come away with one right here. They're going to have an opportunity down on the left side. Going into the 18, get it to Lima. She'll take the shot and get it to go in. The Racers take a 1-0 lead here early in the 9th minute and they're looking to get the revenge from the October 5th match and be the Whac tournament final champions.
Natalie Lima, she got that breakaway feed, kind of through traffic, and just enough to get a right-footed touch around a diving Kayla Shook. So 1-0 here, just under 9 minutes into the contest on their very first shot attempt of the game. Finds the back of the net. So last time Aquinas won 1-0. Now they have to play down 1-0 for an extended period of time. Again, conceding the very early goal. They have not given up many goals all season. That's just the 6th time they've conceded a goal here over the last 3 months. But they find themselves in a little bit of unfamiliar territory, being down 1-0 here early in this match.
And that's what you wanted to do if you're Northwestern Ohio. I mentioned it in the pregame. They had to come away with the first goal because you never know what could happen. But if you can get that momentum in your favor and make Aquinas play from behind, something they haven't been used to all season, it can make a big difference. Now, both these teams make the NAIA National Tournament because Aquinas won the regular season, so if Unoh were to lose this matchup, they would still make it because they are the tournament runner-up because the regular season champions won the tournament. But that might not even have to be a factor. I just wanted to say both of them will win. But if you're Unoh, I mean, you might want to get some home field advantage, and a win over Aquinas would give you, a lot of more leeway with the decision makers for the tournament and seeing if you can get a home game, because you'd rather play at home than have to travel to, North Carolina or wherever they might have you go. So, flipping it to the other side. Mia B. Playing it over to Bird Carlson. As they're looking to put more pressure on this Aquinas defense, which they have not seen a lot all season. I think Lourdes had a total of 2 shots in that last matchup.
They didn't even attempt a shot till midpoint of the second half. They only had like 4 or 5 in total attempts and 2 on frame on Saturday afternoon during that 2-0 loss. So
Aquinas looking for the counterattack. Schenk had 2 goals in the last game. Takes one from deep, but it'll just go out. Slesniski tries to keep it in, and it looks like it will be marked out on the end line, so it will be a goal kick for Eisner and the Racers.
Schenk just ran out of real estate trying to trace down that through ball on the left side. But again, you can see how dangerous Aquinas can be on that counterattack. Yeah. Even though they're not controlling this match like they had in their last several matches, they can get the ball down on the final third in a hurry and create chances.
And they're going to have to continue to get these chances. Only 11 minutes in, so you got 79 minutes to work with to get a goal. They've been able to get goals all season. The only game they did not score a goal in was a 0-0 tie over Cornerstone on October 26th. But you might look at that game and be like, hey, we got to rest our starters. We got the Whac tournament coming up. We're going to be in the NAIA National Tournament conversation. So take a game off there potentially. And then now, you played at home this whole tournament. 4-0 win over Madonna. They started slow in the first half. 2-0 versus Lourdes. They had moments where they looked slow in that game. But if you're Aquinas and you're DeCosmo, you want to see your team at that full throttle, in that 5th and 6th gear. You want to see them continue to reach it. And if they want to come back and win this game, it's not going to be an easy contest for you. You got to be able to get in that 5th and 6th gear if you want to beat the Racers. As what a deep pass to Lima. Can she keep it in bounds? Gets to it. Can she get her second one of the game? Poked away by Aquinas. Hentemann able to get to that one. And now Bowling in this Aquinas offense looking to go on the counterattack. Not able to play that through to Schenk, as McIntosh was able to poke that one away, but she was going down with an injury.
That was a great defensive play by Hentemann, one of the top defenders in the Whac conference this season. She was able to extend that leg and kind of poke it away with Lima trying to wreak havoc inside the middle of that box. So twice Unoh's been able to get the ball down in the box on counterattack. They were able to score that goal here just a couple minutes ago, and it just had another opportunity kind of nullified by the great play by Ingrid Hentemann, the center back for Aquinas. But you can see again, this team is much better than a lot of the opposition that Aquinas College has played here in recent weeks.
Yep.
They have met their match. You talked about here just a few minutes ago. The stat chart was fairly even when these two teams met here less than a month ago, and we'll expect something similar here today.
As Luis Halblid's going to be looking for the first goal for Aquinas. They get it down to Schenk on the left side, crossed in. Eisner able to get in front of that one and put a stop on this Aquinas offense. She's going to have to be the one. She's going to be the X factor for this team. If you're able to save every shot, every ball that comes your way, you're going to win. You're going to win the game. And being able to score on Kayla Shuck, only her 6th goal allowed. First goal in approximately a month allowed. And now Tack will send that one to the deep third of Unoh territory. Lichtensteiger able to get a foot on that one, but not able to come away with a clear possession. And Slesnitsky able to maintain possession. She'll dribble off to the left side. Slid away by Unoh, but Luis Halblid will get it down to Schenk. Can the offensive player of the year in the Whac make something happen? She'll send in a cross and just kicked away once again by that back line of Unoh, and the defense for the Racers continues to stay strong. As now they're looking to go on a counterattack, but Tack will prevent the counterattack. Oh, look at those use of words.
It's almost
right
like
there.
a ping pong ball. It's kind of going back and forth and back and forth. But
both these teams are going to fight for all 90 minutes as Lima trying to put a stop on it. Still does not go out on the touchline. She'll work it back to the defensive side. Reese puts a stop on the ball. Bowling in the center circle. And it looks like Aquinas is going to play a little bit more patiently than we're used to them seeing. They'll send a pass up to Tack. Schenk on the wrong end of that one as McIntosh is able to send it away. Now Tack being pressured by Carlson. But numbers back for Aquinas, so they're going to be able to move the ball around. They're going to look to attack on the wing. This is one of their favorite places to go to. Gignac sends a pass up to Slesnitsky, but no one's going to be able to get to it, and Eisner will be the one on the recovery.
you can watch this game. Both teams are doing a great job of switching fields, kind of spreading the fields out to the touch lines and getting as many players involved in terms of a possession game. Both teams can also get that ball down the field in a hurry.
Yeah, and the ability to do that, you know, this is the reason why both these teams are at the top of the conference, because they're so similar, so competitive, both really good teams. And this is what you're going to see when you watch high-quality soccer. Ball movement, being able to switch fields, getting quality shots, and getting highlight plays as well, as our producer, Corey Bird's going to have to come up with a lot of them for the end of the game. Hentman at the center line, sends in a deep free kick, and this might be an opportunity for Aquinas. Alblid sends in a deep cross, trying to get a header. It's missed, and Aquinas not able to recover as Lakua.
Aquinas has done a great job of getting the ball into the box or just outside the box, just unable to really connect on any of those serves into the box. Just one shot here in the first 16 and a half minutes. Again, that cross was sent over to the far post, just unable to connect, put something on target.
It's like in football when you have the quarterback make a great throw, the wide receiver makes a great move, but he can't finish it because he drops the ball in the back of the end zone. As McIntosh is going to send that one sky high. Unoh will try to keep it in. It'll be Aquinas ball to throw, as they're looking to go quick. They go for the deep throw-ins, the deep kicks. As Schenk not able to get to that one. And Unoh might try to flip the field. That one going to the center circle. Lima trying to get under it. But look at how many Aquinas defenders are already back on the defensive side. I mean, you see 5 in the frame, and now they'll switch it right away. Slesnitsky going to take a shot from deep, and Eisner gets the save. Slesnitsky just turned around, tried to put a shot on from deep, but Dan was pointing to me on the right side. They had Reese or Bowling, I couldn't tell which one
kind
it
of
was.
streaking down that right side wide open. She chose to shoot the ball from like close to 30 yards out, which sometimes isn't necessarily a bad idea, but when you have an open player with no one within 15 yards, you need to kind of slot that ball to the outside and get it down to the corner and be able to send across into the middle of the box.
Absolutely. There's now will be a foul on Aquinas, so free kick. What it looks like. Fran Priest. That one goes deep. Just outside the 18, Lima has her shot blocked. Unoh looking to recover on the right side. As Bowling putting the contest on. And they'll say Aquinas to throw in. Great defensive effort by Bowling. Got a little bit physical, but made Vivian Permonen have to go out with the ball.
At this stage, you need to be a little bit more physical when you have two very good teams that have had great seasons. And then you look, forecast ahead, where there are some very good NAIA schools in Michigan, in Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, even like in Kentucky and Pennsylvania. But what direction is the NAIA committee going to send you? Are you going to see a team you've played in the last couple of years? Are you going to see an unfamiliar team that you haven't played in many years, or maybe your programs have never faced off in their history? So you have to be able to play some possession ball. You have to be able to play a little bit physical. You have to use different attributes to help you win games, because there is no more easy games at this point in the state. The conference tournaments are here. The finals are this week. And that national tournament's going to start in less than a week, and you need to be able to play different contrasting styles.
Not only is it going to be, tougher as the top competition rolls on, if you continue to win in that tournament, the weather's only going to get colder as the month goes on. I mean, when you're in December and it's going to start reaching freezing temperatures, you might have to play a game in the snow. You never really know. So the weather implications, and I mean, when you make contact, those bruises are going to hurt a little bit more than it did in that nice 80-degree weather back in August and September.
Weather can be a little bit more erratic when you're close to the Great Lakes. We always talk about pure Michigan and the weather mood changes here in our state. But you look at like northern Ohio and then like over Chicagoland and in Wisconsin, things around some of the Great Lakes, that weather can switch on a dime. And
especially with the lake effects now on the west side of the state. I mean, Grand Rapids, if there's some precipitation going on there, and Aquinas, that college only about 30 minutes, an hour off Lake Michigan, the lake effect snow, it's going to hit like a train down at the Aquinas soccer field. That's Slesniski, able to get past two, not able to get past that third. They're able to get it, Gignac able to keep it in possession, but it's taken away by Unoh. They'll look to pursue the counterattack as they're getting tied up right there. No foul called. Both teams are just going to be playing back and forth for all 90 minutes. We've seen it through the first 20 and about 70 minutes to go. It's just going to be one physical matchup back and forth.
You can see all the flags there along the fence line, different countries represented, and that's what makes, the beautiful game so reflective, at least on the state of Michigan. We have just about every nationality you can think of, playing soccer, different levels across the state of Michigan, even in the collegiate game. So always great to see a lot of those colors.
About 24 minutes left to play, almost halfway through this first half. Aquinas has been able to challenge the ball inside the 18, but not finding any great shot opportunities. Olivia Chambers and McIntosh, a couple of the defenders for this Racers team, have been nothing but spectacular as McIntosh comes up and sends that one back to midfield. They make Aquinas reposition and retreat almost, not letting them, get an easy offensive shot, which is what Aquinas wants to do. They want to get in those 2-on-2s, those, very short player fields, and just get goals.
Yeah, they've taken Aquinas a little bit out of their game. And you look at the stats so far, just 2-2 in overall shots, and Aquinas has that 2-1 advantage on shots on goal. But the only stat that really matters is up on that scoreboard with Unoh taking that 1-0 advantage at 8:47 into the game. And even though Aquinas has had a little bit more of the possession here, they've been on the attack more often than not, but they've just been unable to get a lot of those crosses and serves in the box, resulting in at least a shot on goal.
And Olivia Chambers is going to look to take it the other way after the pass from Lichtensteiger was blocked. Because now they'll get it up to Permonen. It'll be sent the other way. Aquinas' defense, other than that one shot from Lima, they've been, A+. They haven't really allowed anything as well. But that one goal could be the difference here. It was a 1-0 game last time. Aquinas came away with the win. As Lima having to spin around for the ball right there. She'll try to play it down that left touch line, but no room for real estate, and it'll be thrown in the other way by Reese.
And that was Lima who had the goal at the 8:47 mark. She kind of collected that breakaway slotted pass from Nana Rosengreen. Able to kind of beat Kayla Shook, the Aquinas goalkeeper, to the ball, and able to poke it home from about 10 yards out on the game's only goal. And that was the only great scoring chance of the match so far for Unoh, but they are trying to protect that 1-0 advantage against one of the better offensive teams in the entire country. This is a squad that has scored over 80 goals this year, over 500 total shots.
So Lichtensteiger trying to play a ball through. Looks like we're going to have a stoppage in play. Looks like it's going to be a foul against Unoh and be a free kick for Aquinas just inside the Racers' territory. So you're going to see Hentemann, who takes a lot of the set plays from deep, and they'll go to Louise Halbwood for closer free kicks and corner kicks. But Hentemann, she's got the biggest leg on the team. She's going to look to send this one inside the 18. That one sent up high, but headed away by Unoh. Schenk trying to get her feet on the ball, and she'll send it to Hentemann once again. This time they might go with shorter passes on the attack. Bowling looking to send it down to that right side. Great job of playing the passing lane right there as Olivia Chambers, as Gignac didn't even have a chance to get to it.
Unoh's back line a little more organized than some of the opponents that Aquinas has faced here in recent weeks. You can see that even though Aquinas has that possession, they are closing down those passing lanes and closing them down in a hurry.
Is now once again Aquinas trying to play one through. Lichtensteiger being chopped on physically, as we can see a takeout right there. It's still able to maintain possession, so they'll let that one go. As Segovia, who checked into the game for Slesniski.
So the retaliation foul against Unoh, that's their 5th foul of the match so far, as we're now at the 25-40 mark here in the first half.
Hentemann's going to get one of these ones to end up in an Aquinas player's feet. A lot of them have been just poked away by Unoh. You got to get a real offensive opportunity off these free kicks. As we saw a sequence in that last game, they were able to get 3 shots off a free kick. That was relatively deep. Hentemann's going to send, she'll keep it on the ground to tack. She might send one here from deep now. Let a couple of Unoh defenders come up to the ball. Now she sends it in deep, but once again, Unoh able to track the ball, not able to clear it away. Battling for possession outside the 18. Gignac's going to get it on the right side, being challenged by Chambers. Gignac makes a move, not able to get across through as Chambers recovers. She's trying to poke this one away. Now she sends in the cross, and Eisner comes up with another stop. As if that one was just a few inches higher, that could have been a header in for Aquinas.
Eisner used every bit of her length and her arm reach to snare that cross. It was near the near post, so she doesn't get a hand on it. Aquinas had 2 forwards standing in the middle of the box, would be able to try to poke one home. So great effort on Eisner. Again, one of the better keepers in the conference. You have perhaps the 2 best goalkeepers in the Whac playing in this game.
So we got a couple of substitutions. Lauren Niblett checks in for Maria Louise Halblid, and Inga Ehrenfried checks in from Nana Rosengreen. So both these teams are going to go look to their benches for a little bit for some offense. Lichtensteiger tries to send in a cross, blocked by McIntosh. Has been one of the standout defenders for this Racers team. Lichtensteiger is going to get back to the ball, maintain possession. Bowling's going to send in short lob pass, and it's going to be kicked away by McIntosh once again. But Hentman able to jump in front of that. So Aquinas maintaining possession in Unoh territory. They'll go into theirs momentarily. But Tech look to send a pass deep. As let's see what Aquinas can do with this offensive possession. Lichtensteiger takes a shot from deep, but goes over the crossbar, and that's going to be a goal kick for Unoh.
Again, Aquinas, they kind of had the ball. They were a little bit frustrated. They knocked it back to the defenders. They built up to that attack in a hurry, able to get the shot off from about 30 yards out. But at this stage of the game, you're 28.5 minutes into the first half, and Aquinas a little bit frustrated. They are not seeing the passing lanes. They're not staying open as long as they were in their last game.
Yeah, and the shot opportunities, I mean, you see the quality of shot they're getting in this game compared to what they were able to get against Lourdes. They're having to take a little bit more deep shots and take tougher shot windows. And, I mean, Lourdes was able to get a couple blocks in that game with their back line. But for the most part, they were kind of able to get the shots that they wanted. They just didn't go the right way in the net. As what a mag right there. Ehrenfried comes into the game, has it taken away on that last defensive effort, but Lima is able to get the pass through, and that's going to be a foul on Hentman, and we can expect Unoh to maybe take a 2-0 lead here early and make it just that much harder
this is a
for the Saints to come back.
Great opportunity. This is on the right side, about 21, 22 yards out. Lima was taken down. She was trying to turn the ball back another direction. She was taken down, so this is a great opportunity to either get a shot on frame or send this ball to the 6, have your forwards and midfielders that make a run onto the ball.
Carlson sends in the shot, and it's saved by Shuck.
So first save of the evening by Shuck. That free kick was right at her.
She was able to put a stop on it. And you can expect Aquinas to want to go on this counterattack, but Unoh is able to recover amazingly defensively. So they're doing what Lourdes did, just get a bunch of players back on defense, and it's been a recipe for success so far, but you got to clear that one out. Unoh is going to be able to get to it, but if someone was in position on that cross, once again, Aquinas had another opportunity to get one on the board. Schenk has her cross blocked, and they'll go to the corner where they like to live.
First corner kick on the match for either side, but Aquinas, we talked about in the previous contest, they love free kicks within close range. They love corner kicks, set pieces, that they can serve that ball in the middle of the box and make a little magic happen. We'll see if they can finally get off another great opportunity here. They just have that 3 shots total and 2 on frame here.
You're going to see right here when they put the hands up, it's going to be a close pass. Gets it back to Schenk, keeps it on the ground, but it's kicked away by Unoh. Been able to stay in passing lanes the entire game and come up with another stop right there. Savannah Reese able to get out in front of that one, and Lichtensteiger's got some room to work with. A couple defenders in the way. She's going to pass it back to Gignac. Gignac's going to try to play it up on the right side to Schenk, but no offensive opportunity right there.
Just too much pace on that slotted ball down the right side. Schenk ran out of real estate, so 30.5 minutes in. Northwestern Ohio clinging to that 1-0 advantage. Like in most games this season, Aquinas College has dominated possession in this contest. They just have that 3-2 shots advantage overall and 2-2 with shots on target. They're trying to find their way back into this contest. They have not been down, not trailed very many times this season whatsoever.
I don't know if they've trailed at all this season.
So it's going to be kind of a test of the mettle. You know, how do you react? How do you play when you're down 1-0 early in a match?
As Brittany Prost checked in for Emily Gignac. Segovia passes it into the 18 as Frere and Priest is going to make sure that Eisner is able to recover that one. Schenk making sure she goes and picks it up. As this one will be dropped kicked down on the right side. And let's see. It'll be Unoh to throw in. Ehrenfried. And actually walk ahead, and they'll have someone else to throw it in for Unoh. As Segovia is able to get in front of that one. She'll send a pass up the left side, gets it to Probst, and they're going to say foul on Unoh. You can't put your arms around Probst.
So 6th foul of the match against the University of Northwestern Ohio. This sets up Aquinas with yet another free kick inside the Unoh side of the field.
Sentiment looking to send one deep. Gets it inside the 18. Headed out. Savannah Reese trying to head it back in. Segovia is able to recover possession, but interception right there by Erin Fried. And once she's came into the game, she's been a nice electric spark plug for Unoh. On offense and defense, able to push it down the field once, then come up with the multiple stops. Niblett trying to send it through, but having multiple Unoh defenders come her way. It'll be a throw-in deep on that touchline. Shank tries to get a pass through, and they're going to get a corner kick. Because if you're not able to pass it through, you might as well kick it out on Unoh players and set up for a corner kick. So we might have an injured player. We do, as the referee goes for the stoppage to the scoreboard.
The Saints went with the short corner here about 3 minutes ago. Now they have a second corner kick of the match. 33-18 into the first half. In that
Madonna game, I believe they had 11 corner kicks, and they were able to get 2 goals off of those. So you want to get those short set plays as much as possible if you are the Saints in this game, as it looks like the injured player for Unoh is able to get back on her feet.
Unoh has a lot of size between their goalkeeper and their center backs. Even a couple of their midfielders are in the box. They're very quality team in terms of heading and volleying and clearing that ball out of harm's way.
So the corner kick goes up for Aquinas. This one up high, header sent in, and it goes. Goal for Aquinas, making it 1-1 as they take advantage of the opportunity, and that one goes in from Avery Tack. As you can see right here, she had a corner kick play in the quarterfinal game against Madonna, able to put in a nice deep header into that left corner, and the defender and transfer from Grand Valley State is able to even the contest as we get closer to the end of this first half.
Marie-Louise Bield, great serve off that corner kick to the far post.
It was Sydney Schenk.
Still a great serve from the far side. Able to get that header, which will redirect it to the near post. So you're not going to get a lot of chances in this game, no, but that was a great opportunity for the Saints. They found a way to level this game up at 1-1.
As Rhiannon Oluni checks in for Natalia Lima. Lima was able to get the first goal on the board in this game and the only goal for Unoh. Like we said at the beginning, this one could go to overtime and potentially be a shootout between both of these teams. So Olivia Chambers takes it up. It has it taken away by Reese. Now they'll send in a deep pass, and Aquinas might try to keep this offense going. I think once you see it go in once, you might be able to pour on 3, 4, 5 in a row. That's what this team's done all season. Now, have they played the equality of opponent when they've done that of Unoh? No, but they're able to push it down as Probst not able to get around right there, but they'll say it's a foul on Unoh once again. So another free kick opportunity. They haven't gotten these free kicks as close as they wanted to, being outside that black line.
Bentiman has a great leg, so she should be able to serve this into at least the top of the box to try to create a little havoc.
She'll send this one into that semicircle, header in. No one for Aquinas on that left side. Savannah Reese puts a stop on the ball in the air. She'll take it down all the way to the left side, and she'll have it poked out by a Unoh defender. They'll say Unoh to throw in on that touch line. But Aquinas, if they do anything, they play really aggressive and are able to take away in just a snapper and whenever they want to. So it looks like we might have a substitution. McIntosh comes off for Cecilia Catalan.
Again, you can see how explosive the Saints offense can be. 526 total shots, 236 shots on frame.
Bowling is going to have an opportunity to send one in from deep. She does, but it just goes over the crossbar. Eisner defended that really well. As we'll take a look right here. Look at just the velocity in that one. If it's just a smidge down, I don't know if Eisner would have been able to get a hand on that.
She uncorked that from close to 30 yards out. It was starting to dip, just dipped above the crossbar. You know, another foot or so that might have clanked off the crossbar, even dipped underneath and into the back of the net. So the Saints, they are pressing here throughout the first 36 minutes. And they are taking chances from close range. They're taking chances from distance. Let's see, they're able to maintain kind of that pace. This is the way they've played all season, where they, you know, consistently stripping the ball away from their opposition and getting their attacking
As
waves.
Schenk has an opportunity for an open cross. She'll send one on the ground, but it'll be kicked away by Unoh and Chambers. Let's see if they're able to clear it out. Schenk not able to get a foot on that one, and Unoh has been able to pass the ball down the sides, but no real offensive opportunity, and they'll say she was out on the touchline, so it's going to be a close throw-in for Aquinas. About less than 10 minutes to play. As Unoh is struggling to get it out on that deep right side. They'll get a throw-in to go their way. But we see with Aquinas all the time, they're looking to get in those passing lanes and go on multiple counterattacks and not let you put any pressure on their defense. As Niblitz able to get a header right there. Reese able to come away with the possession. She'll get it to Bowling. And now gets it all the way back to Bridget Sherman. We'll see what the Saints want to do on offense right here. That one blocked off the head of a Unoh offensive player.
We don't have access to the VO cameras at a lot of these games, but I'd have to say that the possession has been at least 75% in favor. Aquinas here are now 37-41 into the match.
But I mean, they come away with the opportunities that they need, as they might get one right here. O'Looney going down to the right side, but Hentman, there's a reason why she's the defensive Whac player of the year. It's for reasons why right there. I mean, the ability to just get that stop and then flip the field before it goes out on the touchline. But the ability for her to come up with turnovers for the opposing team and be able to get it down right away to get it into the other third is the reason why she's so valuable and so impactful for the Saints defense. Segovia is able to intercept the throw-in. Schenk gets it up to Probst. Back to Schenk. She has a step. Can she get a pass in? No, but it looks like it's going to be a corner kick. It's great defensive effort there by Unoh. Number 16, Freyenpriest, the graduate for Unoh.
Third corner kick coming up for the match for Aquinas College, and you've seen, even though they gave up a 1-0 lead to University of Northwestern Ohio on their first shot attempt of the game, they have been relentless since that goal, coming at wave after wave after wave, and they've had 5 shot attempts, 3 on frame, and now their third corner kick coming up.
And Schenk looking to get her second assist, sends that one up high. Unoh's able to clear that one out with any contest, as they'll get the interception right there and look to send it down. Gets it past Reese. As Unoh they haven't been able to set up anything on offense for a little bit now. Let's see if they can get something inside the Aquinas 18. They'll get it over to Permoneman, but taken away by Sherman in this Aquinas defense, and they'll let the numbers reset. As we might get a couple of substitutions. Yes, we will. Anna Schulte will check in for Vivian Permonen. As Permonen, very important piece for this Unoh team. 20 points on the season with 9 goals and 2 assists, just behind Lima for second in goals on the team. Schulte, a senior, able to get 5 goals and 1 assist on the season. She'll try to make an impact late in this first half. O'Looney sends a shot in from deep, and Shuck's going to be able to clean that one up relatively easily and come up with the stop. And you can see Aquinas looking to go down the other way. Aquinas, I was watching Michigan State last night, but Brittany Probst able to get this one just outside the 18, cleared out by Priest. But what I was going to say, I'm going to get off it quickly. Aquinas reminds me of Tom Izzo's offensive style, where if you get a save is relatively like a made basket in basketball. You reset, throw it in off the baseline. They look to just get going quick, and that's what Aquinas kind of reminds me of watching them play Kansas State last night. Now, they're shooting a lot better than what Michigan State did. But Savannah Reese inside the 18. Lichtensteiger gets it up and just outside on the left. As they're not able to come away with the 2-1 lead right there, as Eisner was not in great position on that play. A little bit outside. If you get that one a little bit more high and inside on the right, that's a 2-1 lead, and you would have the momentum going into halftime. But Aquinas, nonetheless, has been dominating the possession. Has only been able to get it down in Aquinas territory a handful of times.
And you've seen that every time Unoh gets the ball even near midfield, the Aquinas Saints are forcing that turnover, and they're getting the ball down in the final third in a hurry. We saw that just a minute ago off that shot where there's a turnover on the left side about 40 yards out, and less than 5 seconds later a shot was had. Yeah. So that's how quickly they move and get players in the open space and be able to create a chance.
As Reese sends it down to the right side, not able to get a good pass to Probst, as might be able to pursue a counterattack right here. Able to get past Sherman and Schulte, and they'll be able to throw in, but this is where it gets a little bit tricky. You almost want to be in a continuous flow and not have any stoppage against Aquinas. You don't need these set plays like the throw-ins and the free kicks and the corner kicks. You want to just be able to get it down from one side to the other against this Aquinas defense. That's how I know they had a really deep free kick to get the goal for Lima, but you got to get those short plays is the point that I'm trying to get at. You can't have a dragged out offensive possession if you want to beat this Aquinas defense. Let's look at the ball in deep on that right side. Lichtensteiger tries to send a ball through. A little bit too much mustard right there, and it'll be a goal kick for Unoh.
We'll make a note up in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. You see the logo for the National Soccer Network, so these games aren't just being broadcasted on the Michigan Soccer Network, but also up on the YouTube and Roku TV channels for the National Soccer Network. That was unveiled back in the end of July this summer at the Flint City Bucks game, and we are in position to start rolling out various games, not just here in Michigan and Midwest, but across the country. So look for a lot of soccer all over the country here over the next year.
So Lakua is going to pick up a foul for Unoh, and Unoh has been fouling more often than not when Aquinas has possession, and this time it's just outside the 18. This is where Aquinas loves to get those set plays right there, because they like to take, if Lichtensteiger's got the leg to take a shot from deep, and then also they have players all on the left side right there.
So this looks to be just under 30 yards out, just slightly right of center of the field, but another great opportunity coming up for the Saints, where they can either try to get a shot off this free kick or tuck it into the 6 and have some players run onto it for a volley or a header.
You see about a wall of 4 for Unoh, as Shank and Lichtensteiger both potentially going to take the shot. They're going to go with Lichtensteiger, and it's going to be saved by Eisner.
So third save of the evening for Eisner. Aquinas has that 7-4 total shots advantage and 4-3 on target, 3-0 on corner kicks.
As we see the replay, about 30 seconds left between Aquinas and Unoh. So we'll see about one more. Look at this kick all the way. Looney trying to get to it, sent out by Aquinas as we got about 10 seconds left. And you can just expect Aquinas to let this one dribble out and go to the end of the first half. As they'll take a shot from deep, but that's going to take us to the end of the first half in the Whac tournament final. 1-1, Unoh and Aquinas. They'll have to see who's going to come away with that extra goal, that extra effort to come away as the tournament champions. But what have you seen so far in this matchup?
You have the top two seeds in the Whac this season. Again, we talked in the pregame and early in the broadcast about these are two of the better teams in the conference in the last decade. But Aquinas, like they have done all season long, they had the more, could kind of control the tempo. They've, outpossessed Unoh by a significant margin. They've outshot them, and then Unoh has kind of sat back looking for that counterattack opportunity. There was a few that came in the first 20 minutes of the game. They took that 1-0 advantage in the 9th minute, but the way that pressure, the waves and waves of attack by the Saints, they were able to level the game up 33 minutes in, and now they're going to go in the halftime 1-1. So what type of adjustments will these teams make? Will they try to play each other straight up? Well, Northwestern Ohio maybe even insert another defender on that back line to kind of halt those waves. They've done a very good job on most of these crosses here tonight, clearing that ball, but the pressure is there, and that offensive machine that Aquinas College has put forth on the pitch this season, will they be able to wear down Unoh in the second half?
Yeah, and I mean, Aquinas has a 7-5 shot advantage, both 3 shots on goals for both teams, but I think the difference is 9 fouls for Unoh, 6 fouls for Aquinas, and then the 3 corner kicks for Aquinas, and that's how they got their first goal of the game, with Avery Tack being able to head that one in. But we will see you in the second half here on the Michigan and National Soccer Network as we will find out the conclusion of this 2024 Whac tournament final. See you in the second half, everybody.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
Are you looking to take your game to the next level? Did you know that MSN is now offering player recruitment videos? Our packages include a player profile where you show your preferred positions, the club, the league, or school that you play in, your current coach contact information, and more. The highlight videos could be self-submitted, 15 to 30 clips that will be put into a 3 to 7 minute long video. Video review of your Huddle, VO, or other platforms that you might have video on, as well as for an additional charge, MSN can come out and film games for you to create those clips. Our coach evaluation process, which is also an additional charge, where we have college coaches from various levels across the United States that will review your game film and provide feedback on how to improve that film, as well as also evaluating your play and what you can improve on. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click. Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Sacker down by the end line. Pushes across. Lose your eye! And just like that, 1-1. Now Elders may look to take a shot. He does, and he buries it! Steps up, and just like that, Reed Dennis comes up big. Lose your eye, 1-on-1. Lose your eye. Oh, he'll be taken down inside the box.
Knocked back in. Nationals got it. Bicycle kick for a goal!
Now Sacker. Sacker into the 18. Sacker shot. That goes off the goalkeeper's glove into the net. 2-1 here in the 32nd. This one played in. That's a good ball. And that one goes in. And just like that, the Nationals now have a 1-0 lead. Walensky puts his far post. One-touch opportunity. And what a great goal that was.
Joaquin Beatty of Ohio League.
Look at that shot from Sevi Roy. My goodness, Sevi Roy with a left-footed banger. Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
to take your game to the next level. Did you know that MSN is now offering player recruitment videos? Our packages include a player profile where you show your preferred positions, the club, the league, or school that you play in, your current coach contact information, and more. The highlight videos could be self-submitted, 15 to 30 clips that will be put into a 3 to 7 minute long video. Video review of your Huddle, VO, or other platforms that you might have video on, as well as for an additional charge, MSN can come out and film games for you to create those clips. Our coach evaluation process, which is also an additional charge, where we have college coaches from various levels across the United States that will review your game film and provide feedback on how to improve that film, as well as also evaluating your play and what you can improve on. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click. Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Sacker down by the end line. Pushes across. Lose your eye! And just like that, 1-1. Now Elders may look to take a shot. He does, and he buries it! Steps up, and just like that, Reed Dennis comes up big. Lose your eye, 1-on-1. Lose your eye. Oh, he'll be taken down inside the box.
Knocks back in. Nationals got it. Bicycle kick for a goal!
Now Sacker. Sacker into the 18. Sacker shot. That goes off the goalkeeper's glove into the net. 2-1 here in the 32nd. This one played in. That's a good ball. That one goes in. And just like that, the Nationals now have a 1-0 lead. Walensky puts his far post. One-touch opportunity. And what a great goal that was.
Joaquin Beatty of Ohio League.
Look at that shot from Sevi Roy. My goodness, Sevi Roy with a left-footed banger. Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
And welcome back to Grand Rapids, Michigan. Tied here for the Whac tournament final between Aquinas and the University of Northwestern Ohio, 1-1. As let's take you through those goals in the first half. Northwestern Ohio was able to get that first one on the board from Natalia Lima in about the 9th minute. As you can see it right here. Just a nice pass right there. Easy tap in as Shuck just made a play on the ball too early right there. as in the celebration, she knocks over her teammate, but you could just tell the energy and intensity right there. And then Avery Tack able to head it in off the corner pass from Sydney Schenk and was able to neutralize it. And it's basically, I know the score says 1-1, but if you're both these teams, it's 0-0 going into the second half.
So Northwestern Ohio, they scored in that first shot of the game and took a 1-0 advantage. And Aquinas is not used to playing from behind, but they kept attacking over and over again, able to net that equalizer in the 34th minute. We'll see if either team makes any type of adjustments or they continue playing the way they've played. Aquinas outpossessed Unoh at least 75% of that first 45 minutes of play.
Schenk kicks it off to start the second half. And Unoh and Aquinas will be concluded here, whether it's a second half or we go to overtime or go to a shootout. So it's what it is in postseason play.
NAI level, they play 2 15-minute overtimes.
So
if the game is still tied at the end of that, they will head into a penalty kick shootout.
I've only had to call one of those in my entire time at Michigan Soccer Network. We were doing the MSYSA State Cups, and that first day didn't have any overtimes or nothing. I told Jonathan, I'm like, hey, sucks to be you. And then you know what? I got my karma for that.
I think I sat through 3 overtime and shootout games over the course of that week and a month ago at the Legacy Center out near Brighton, Michigan.
As trying to put one in the back of the net. Lima, can't you get a second one? Mini Lakua, not able to get one in right there. Recovered by Chambers, and Unoh is looking to dominate this possession to open up the second half. So get it up to Chambers, playing out of position. That one will go out on the end line.
That shot, about 30 seconds, was actually blocked by Aquinas defender. In that first half, Unoh kind of sat back, looked for the counter. They've come out of the gates in a hurry, able to get that shot off.
See right here. Great step up right there by Bridget Sherman, able to get it with just the bottom of her heel. So now Lima looking to get through Segovia, but we're going to have the clock stopped for an injury timeout. It is number 21, Matilda Berg Carlson. Only a freshman for this Unoh team, but she's an impactful midfielder that gets it done on both sides. As the injuries are going to get tougher and tougher here as, the weather gets colder, the season continues to go on, you're going to feel more bumps and bruises and strains and more soreness.
Carlson's clearly in a lot of agony. She has not got off the ground here in the last minute or so.
As you can just see the knees, they hit inside each other. I don't know if you've had that happen before.
I played the beautiful game for 30-something years of my life. I still have welts on my legs from the 1980s. I know exactly what some of these players go through off a collision. Sometimes those heal, and sometimes they don't heal.
As she's being attended to by the athletic training staff. And while we have a moment, let's take a look at the bracket that got us to this point in the Whac tournament final. As you can see right here, Aquinas, they were able to pick up a 4-0 victory over Madonna. Lourdes would beat Cornerstone. Aquinas and Lourdes, we saw them play on Saturday. Aquinas got the 2-0 victory over there. And then on the other side, so Rochester Christian beat Siena Heights, but as you've told me and kept me well informed, Rochester Christian had an eligible player that game.
Yeah, they won that decision in the quarterfinals 2-0, and then on Friday, the Whac conference posted a press release on their league website saying that Siena Heights earned a 1-0 forfeit victory, as Rochester Christian University did use an eligible player, but since they actually lost that match 2-0 to Rochester, no team advanced into the semis. So last weekend there was only one semifinal match on Saturday afternoon, the game you and I called between Aquinas and Lourdes, and University of Northwestern Ohio got the free pass into the finals.
So it looks like Carlson's able to get up on her own 2 feet. Just kind of shake that one off. It's going to sting for a little bit. You might feel it tomorrow when you wake up in the morning, but right now in a game for the conference championship, you're going to try and play through those, injuries, and not necessarily injuries, but those, you know, little like, oh, this hurts really bad, but I'm going to try and continue to play through it.
Sometimes the initial pain from the contact will hurt quite a bit for the first 5 to 10 minutes before it kind of simmers down. You're hopefully, in Carlson's case, that is what happened, but she did jog off the field on her own accord.
As Unoh looking to push the attack once again for the third time in this first half. They'll get it down on the left side to Schulte. Pass it back to Tanita. But Bowling's going to take it away for Aquinas, and they're going to look to pursue a counterattack quickly. Probst trying to get in front of McIntosh. McIntosh able to get in front of the ball, but not able to keep it. Lichtensteiger is going to push it towards the middle of the field, continuing to attack horizontally, but has it taken away by Unoh.
Lichtensteiner had 2 players on the far left side of the field, just unable to connect that ball through the traffic to get it over on the left side.
Lima being challenged there by Hentemann. And Hentemann's going to be able to be the one to get her team to throw in. Lima was not able to win that 50-50 down deep on the left side.
So Unoh giving Aquinas a little bit of a taste of their own medicine, and they've come out the more aggressive team here in the first few minutes of the second half. Already collected 1 shot wide of frame, but they have come at the Aquinas defense now 4 times and forcing the Saints to kind of play the counterattack, and we'll see if that continues throughout the course of the second half. But
they'll say that's a foul on Aquinas right there, so it's going to be a free kick opportunity for Unoh. And it's going to be sent in by Priest from deep, and that huge leg gets all the way to Shuck, but Shuck able to come up with the save.
Kayla Shuck, North Farmington High School grad. She was an NAIA All-American choice a year ago.
We can expect her to be on that team once again. Bowling feeds it up to Reese. They're going to try to flip it to the left side, but Niblett not able to get to that ball. It's going to be a throw-in for Unoh. So Aquinas not being able to get anything going here down on that right side. As you can see, the wind is favoring in Unoh's direction with those flags. So maybe that's why Aquinas was able to dominate on the offensive possession, because they, in that first half, because the wind was going their way. Bowling comes up with an interception, gets it to Lichtensteiger. Lichtensteiger sends it down to the left side of the field, but before it's intercepted by McIntosh. And this ball is just being played back and forth at midfield. As Aquinas has yet to really get a real offensive opportunity here in this second half. Deep through ball for Reese, but Priest is just going to box Reese out and let Eisner get to that one and send up a drop kick. It's Lima trying to win 50-50 with Bowling. Is it taken away and goes to that Unoh back line. As it's taken away by Niblett. Niblett trying to get a pass through to Probst, not able to, and Eisner's just going to get this one out of dangerous territory.
You look at those All-American teams last year. Sydney Shank and Avery Tack, both from Aquinas, were first-team All-American selections a year ago.
You know, 7 first-team All-Whac players on this Aquinas team, 2 on the second team. So a lot of notable names and players for Aquinas. As you can expect, a couple of those players like Sydney Shank, like Lichtensteiger, like Schuck, like Tack, like Hentemann, to maybe have a chance of being on that All-American team. As Shank now is going to send a deep pass on the right side to Probst. McIntosh is going to get in front of that one, headed out of bounds over the touchline, but it'll be a throw-in for Aquinas.
So Aquinas kind of withstood that early pressure that Unoh threw their way. Now they kind of leveled things up, and now they're back on the attack again. Aquinas College dominated play in the first half. Possession was over 75% in their favor. We're still all level at 1-1 here in the 52nd minute. This is the Whac Women's Soccer Conference Tournament Championship, both on the Michigan Soccer Network and the National Soccer Network.
That one's going to be out of bounds, but Schulte will get the advantage from the officials, and it'll be a throw-in on the touchline. Chambers is going to look to send a deep pass down to Lima. Lima, can she stay on sides and get to the ball? Slide tackle right there, and they'll say it's a corner kick for Northwestern Ohio. This is going to be their first corner of the game. Aquinas was able to get their only goal off a corner kick. And let's see if Unoh can get another goal off a set play.
Again, Aquinas College conceding just 6 goals on the entire season at this point. One of those goals came in the 9th minute here today.
Before that, it was on October 16th versus University of Michigan Dearborn.
So nearly a month ago, the last time they conceded a goal.
Corner kick is up. It's headed away by Aquinas. And they'll send in a shot from deep, but that one's going to be way too high to even be a threat for Shuck. So we're still tied 1-1 here, about 8 minutes into the second half. Still a lot of soccer left to be played.
Northwestern Ohio, or any opponent Aquinas College faces in the NAI National Tournament, they're going to have to earn their chances. This is a very stout defensive back line. They just do not concede very many great scoring chances. I mean, this is a program that averaged almost 32 shots in a game this season and gave up around 7.5, 8 chances a game. That is a lopsided where you can see, even in this match, Aquinas has controlled a lot of possession. They're able to create a lot more chances in each and every game. But that defense, when they are asked to do their job, they do not concede very many chances.
So Lichtensteiger's going to throw into Probst, but that's going to be kicked away by Unoh. Not able to clear it out completely. Bowling's going to send a high pass. You can expect that one to go out on the end line, hit the back neck, and it's going to be a goal kick for Eisner. So now Unoh, tied 1-1. You were able to get that first goal of the game in the 9th minute. You've had a couple of offensive opportunities in this second half to start, but for the most part, you've been trailing in the time of possession margins. Now McIntosh to throw in deep on the right side. Have it taken away by Bowling once again. Bowling's been one of the most impactful defenders in this game and throughout the whole season. Lichtensteiger's got the right side of the field to work with. Pushes it inside the 18. Tries to send a pass through. Kicked away by McIntosh. And Chambers tries to head this one away. And they'll get the advantage with the official signaling that it is going to be a throw-in for Northwestern Ohio. But Aquinas, and they put Northwestern Ohio in some dangerous territory right there. Bowling able to get another poke away. Shank gets a pass over to Probst. Probst has an opportunity to take a shot. She'll try to cross over through McIntosh. A brick wall on defense, comes up with the stop, and it looks like, it's going to be a throw-in.
Throw-in just the near side of that corner flag, but again, Aquinas College conceded a little bit of the attack in the first 5 minutes of the second half, but they have been all over that defensive Unoh here in the start of this.
Lichtensteiger sends in a cross, and Eisner able to come up with a stop.
So fourth save of the evening for Eisner. That was more of a cross, but it was kind of bending in towards that goal. If Eisner does not get a hand on it, that will bounce into the back of the net by the far post. It was a great, turns out that the cross wasn't just a steering the ball out of the air. That was a clear-cut save.
So we got another injury timeout on the field. This time, once again, it is Carlson. This looks like she's going to try to get back on her own feet. But those bumps and bruises, they're going to add up, especially as the weather gets colder here. Not just in Michigan, but across the whole entire country. As you can see, she's a little bit frustrated. There's now Fran Priest, as you're going to see right here. Yep, just contact, running right into each other, trying to play the ball. It's going to be a foul on Segovia and Aquinas. Fran Priest kicking it over to Chambers on the left side, as they might go with an attack quickly here. Sends in a pass, stop by the Aquinas back line. And another opportunity to go in. Shizolti not able to get anything right there, and Aquinas' back line continues to hold strong. And is fighting for possession. They're going to say foul on Aquinas, and it's going to be a free kick for the Racers inside Aquinas territory. And this is where Fahrenpriest is going to be able to send in one of those deep ones, and whether it goes in or someone's able to head it or get a one-touch kick in, this is a dangerous spot if you're the Aquinas defense.
You need to be able to serve that ball somewhere into the box, and hopefully, again, you can get a volley, you can get a header towards the goal. Maybe that ball bounces around in a goal mouth scrum. Anything to create a great chance.
As they're going to send it a deep pass on the ground to the left side. Not able to get it through his Chambers. Fahrenpriest gets back to the ball. And she plays that one through beautifully to Chambers. Chambers going to send it to that semicircle. Now inside the 18. Aquinas is able to luckily get that one out. And they might try to look for a counterattack on this right side. Stopped by Fahrenpriest. She sends in a kick. It's a little bit too high for Lima, and Shuck's going to be able to scoop it up. So a lot more back and forth here in this second half between Aquinas, but I'd say Unoh is dominating the time of possession in Aquinas territory. So Lichtensteiger is going to send up a pass on that right side. Probst not able to out-hustle McIntosh. She'll get the ball to Eisner. Fahrenpriest, this Racers team trying to go down on the offensive side. Possession short-lived with it going out on the touchline.
You saw the Racers, they gain that ball back, they start moving. And the one thing you do not want to do in most cases is have a defender on the outside kind of send that ball into the box on a short pass, because that's where you get into a danger zone where a team picks off a pass, and next thing you know, the ball's in the back of the net.
Sends it to Reese, but it's out on the end line. Yes, Aquinas, once again, just hasn't been able to get the offensive looks that they've managed to get all season, and we've seen it here on the Michigan National Soccer Network. They just haven't been able to get the shots that they like. They have to come up with different styles and different ways to get shots on this Unoh's team.
Again, just one shot in the second half for Aquinas College, as we're now in the 59th minute of this match. You know, we watched on Saturday against Lourdes University, and they had over 20 shot attempts in that game. They averaged around 31, averaged around 17 shots on goal. So defensively, Unoh has done a great job of closing down those passing lanes. Even though they've conceded a lot of possession in the first half, they've been able to kind of level that up here in the second half. But they themselves, their back line has done a great job of limiting those chances.
Huntsman might be able to start some offense for Aquinas. Offsides on Lichtensteiger, and we've seen Aquinas go offsides multiple times in these last couple of games, but that's the first offsides call against the Saints in this game. So now Fahrenpriest. This is about the spot she was able to send that really deep free kick for Lima. We'll see if she's going to send this one deep or play it short. Sends it deep down to the left side. Trying to play it over Lima. Goes over her head, and it'll go out on the end line. It looks like we're going to have a corner kick for Northwestern Ohio.
So the referee says that actually went off a defender's head.
That's what I thought.
Out of bounds.
That's what I was thinking. What happened? As it looks like Lima ducked her head down, and it went off of Reese's back shoulder. So smart heads-up play there by Natalia Lima, the senior for this Racer squad, as Nana Rosengreen to take the corner kick. It looks like it was shortly played. They are trying to play it deep on this left side. It'll eventually go out on the end line, but they're going to say corner kick once again. And Savannah Reese, Bridget Sherman, and Gignac are all very confused about that call.
Northwestern Ohio does not gain a single corner kick in the second half. Now they're on their third of the second half, as we're now in the 61st minute. But the last time they played it short, unable to get a shot off, they were fortunate enough they got the lucky bounce for the next corner.
And this one's going to be sent up high, close to the net, and it just misses the post to go in. There's no one able to get home as we take another look. This kick by Rosengren almost curves in right there. If McIntosh is able to just even get a finger on it, even though it would be considered a handball, any sort of body part on it, it would have been in the net.
That ball bounces on about the yard-and-a-half marker right in front of the goal, and no one from either side is able to put a touch on that ball. You can't ask for a better serve into the box, and unfortunately for Unoh, they were unable to get a player to make a run into the middle of the box to put up a shot. That ball bounced. Kayla Shook was kind of blocked by one of her own defenders, unable to get over there and corral that serve into the box. And those are the type of chances where you may not get another one quite like that the rest of the match. That is a missed opportunity for Northwestern Ohio.
Sentiment's going to be challenged. Not able to get a good pass through. Promonin gets it up. As Carlson not able to get to it, and it's going to be cleared out by Aquinas. They might be able to get a counterattack down here. Gignac tries to send a pass down that right touchline. And it looks like it's going to be...
Looks like a throw-in just underneath the perch here where we can't see from that angle.
As it is, and it looks like it's going to go off Lichtensteiger's head and be a throw-in for the other way. Chambers is going to be the one to take it over the touchline. So they love playing down. We're not able to see it. But it looks like Unoh is going to be able to continue to move the ball down the touchline.
It's an illegal throw-in against Northwestern Ohio at this level of soccer. You don't normally see that at the collegiate game, but that throw-in was apparently well off. So
now
the Saints get the opportunity of getting the ball back.
So now both these teams playing back and forth for possession at midfield. It's going to be a foul on Frierenpriest.
So this is inside the about 40 yards
out. And that's going to be a yellow card against Mini Lakua. First yellow card of the match here in the 63rd minute. Got about 27 to go here.
Will either team dig deep into the bag with a magical goal here during the final 28 minutes, or will we have to work a little overtime to decide the winner? We'll see, but both teams have had some chances here throughout the course of the game. We're still all leveled at 1-1.
Hentemann sends in a free kick that's poked away back to where the free kick was taken. Sherman tries to charge ahead and get an attack going for Aquinas, but the possession's short-lived, and Lakua now going to try to go on this counterattack for Unoh. Is Fetcher not able to get up to that one? That'll be sent away by Hentemann over the touchline. It'll be a throw-in for Unoh at about midfield. This game's been really tight. Some missed opportunities on both sides, and just one magical play deep in the bag of Fruit Loops is gonna, or I guess the box of Fruit Loops bag. Well, I guess it comes in one of those. Yeah.
Is that Kellogg's brand or kind of a store-bought brand?
Yeah, right. Well, because it's in a plastic bag inside, but the box is what's branded for Fruit Loops. How about a bag of goldfish? Does that sound better? Yeah, that's also true.
But here in the second half, Aquinas has not been able to get the ball onto the feet of Lichtensteiger or Sidney Schenk here throughout most of the second half.
Bowling sends up a pass. Gignac works it to Probst. Lichtensteiger still able to maintain possession. Send it over to the left side, but it's poked away by Unoh, and they might be able to pursue a counterattack right here. But multiple Aquinas defenders able to get to it. Savannah Reese able to get her foot on the ball. Gignac sends in a pass to Lichtensteiger. Just working her, but double team right there. Comes away with the turnover for Unoh. And number 18, Chloe Fetcher, able to come up clutch, the freshman.
You saw in that last play of the shape of the back line of Aquinas College. You can see they always seem to be in the right place at the right time. They do not let very many through balls through, and that's why they do not concede a lot of chances throughout the course of a 90-minute match or even a game that will extend into overtime.
But they only have about four to five players back there at a time. I mean, they're looking to get a lot of numbers on offense, which we saw in the last game versus Lords, and now against Unoh. There's 7 players back for Unoh, because if they don't, they're going to be at a numbers disadvantage. As Slesniski checks in for Mava Lichtensteiger, we can expect her to only be on the bench for maybe about 10 minutes, as she is the points leader on this team. Whac midfielder of the year, as she'll try to send in a pass into the side, the 18, but it's intercepted once again by Unoh. Unoh has done an exceptional job tonight playing in those passing lanes and not letting Aquinas get those opportunities that they've been able to really get all season. Sentiment, you can maybe expect a deep pass. Keep it intermediate this time. Gets it over to Savannah Reese. Savannah Reese not able to get it past Chambers, and it's taken the other way. Olivia Chambers, once again, one of the more impactful defenders on this Unoh team. Her and McIntosh and Freyer and Priest have been able to put it on display all night on the defensive side for Unoh. So it'll be a throw-in. They're going to say foul on Unoh.
So that's their 5th foul of the second half and 14th foul in this entire match. But this is deep into Unoh territory, so a great opportunity coming up for the Aquinas Saints to be able to put this ball in the box and see if they can create a great scoring opportunity. This game is still tied 1-1, and with every tick of that moment, teams get more fatigued. There could be the mental aspect about having to play overtime, because they will play 2 full overtimes to completion, so you do not want to have to play that much.
Sends it in, saved by Eisner. She got down on the ground and dirty for that one and did not allow anything to get into the net. Hentemann sending a beautiful ball right at that 6-yard marker of the box, but not able to come away with any glory and give Aquinas the lead. So Unoh now pursuing a counterattack, trying to do it with some pace, but the ability to play passing lanes on both sides, not just on Unoh, but Aquinas as well, has led to very few offensive opportunities and really just shots in total. I mean, between these both teams, only 8 shots total each. So 16 total shots on the game. That's less than Unoh's total shots average, as Slesniski is able to get up to this one on the right side now. Just waiting for some people to be in the box, taking her time dribbling, and she's going to play a corner kick off, or going to get a corner kick, playing it off Farron Priest's foot. She's arguing with the official.
Well, this is the first corner kick coming up at the second half for Aquinas College. 4th of the match overall. They are able to level this game up at 1 apiece in the 34th minute.
Thanks,
on a serve coming off a corner kick on that left side of the field. So another great opportunity coming up for the Saints. We'll see if they can serve this one in the box, maybe create a little havoc, able to get a shot attempt off.
It's going to be Savannah Reese to take it this time. They've had Schenk take the last 3 with Luis Salblid being out of the lineup. Reese's corner kick is right at the net, but it's poked away by Unoh.
So looks like a foul was called on a collision off that corner kick.
It looks like it was on the Aquinas Saints. So it'll be a free kick deep in Unoh territory. You can expect Eisner to get it to Freyer and Priest, and expect Freyer and Priest to send it away. It's Probst. Tried to create some quick offense right there. They might be able to. Gets it over to Savannah Reese, trying to pass it over to that left side. It's blocked. Segovia sends a pass over to that left side, but not able to get a foot on the ball. It looks like it's Niblet.
So 21 minutes left, the scoreboard says. They're on the right-hand side.
So it looks like number 7, Vivian Permonen, checking into the match.
If you paid the price of admission, or if you're watching these games on the Michigan Soccer Network or the National Soccer Network, you're getting your, to use the term, price of admission, because this game has been a nail-biter. Not a ton of chances for either side. Both goals came in that first half.
It's been clean soccer for the most part. We have seen the foul numbers up there, but I mean, both these teams are just playing physical and playing like it's their last game of the season, even though it's not. They are playing both physically because you're going to have some time off with the decisions for the national tournament and probably wait to play another week or so.
A lot of fouls, but no like real cheap shots in this game. There's a significant difference.
We've only had
that
one yellow card. If you got 22 total fouls on the game, you know that's a pretty good ratio. Because we've seen 5 yellow cards in 10 minutes on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Oh, I've seen games in my life the last 30-plus years where a team has had 35, 40 fouls and 6 yellows and a red. I've seen all types of matches like that. A lot of those games are more likely in boys soccer or men's soccer.
Yeah.
But
Henteman's going to send in the free kick. And Unoh able to head it away, but it's going to be another corner kick opportunity. We are just under 20 minutes to play here in Grand Rapids.
The referee originally said that this was going to be a corner. Now, okay, there's a substitution coming up. So.
And they're going to have Luis Albued and Schenk into the 18. It's been a connection we've seen throughout this tournament. And you can expect Luis Albued to get it to Schenk. Schenk was able to come away with 2 goals in that semifinal matchup for Lords, and she wants to continue to add to that goal total. Potentially seal the deal here. Luis Albued has yet to take a corner kick. Takes a lot of the short set plays, whether it's free kicks or corners. She's going to send this one up high. Header poked out by Eisner. And Unoh is going to try to work it down that touchline, but it's going to be another offensive opportunity for Aquinas.
Deep throwing coming up for Aquinas. They've kind of picked up the pace as of late. They're trying to get that go-ahead goal.
Schenk, the offensive player of the year in the Whac, sends it a pass. Poked out by McIntosh. Is now Reese is going to be able to cut that off right there, and she's just going to pull it back and kind of reset this Aquinas offense. Lima playing up very aggressively.
Savannah Reese, one of the attacking midfielders for Aquinas. She's a Lake Fenton grad up by Flint, Michigan. She's been very active in this game. She's been a kind of a centerpiece in terms of getting passes and distributing that ball through the center of the park. You know, they've kind of taken Schenk a little bit out of her normal game. They've taken a little bit of some of the other, you know, attacking players like Lichtensteiger a little bit out of her rhythm, but Reese has been a huge focal point in this contest.
Bowling has been able to intercept passes all night. She's able to get another one right there. Deep pass sent in. Reese not able to cut off Chambers. They'll battle for that ball 50-50. Both hit the ground. And they're going to say it's a foul on Reese. Still be in their own third, but we know we've seen the leg of Freyan Priest. She's going to be able to send this all the way, potentially to the 18.
So Unoh's done a much better job in terms of not just limiting chances, but they've had a little bit more possession than they did in the first half. They have a 3-2 shots advantage here in the second half, and the Saints have a 2-1 edge with shots on frame, and then Unoh also has a 3-2 edge on corner kicks in the second half. So it's been leveled up a little bit in terms of the attack and number of chances, but not a lot of great chances in this entire game. There's been a couple here and there, but nothing that you would say like, wow, this team has had 8 or 9 great scoring chances. That has not been the case. Both defenses have been, you know, very good in this game, kind of limiting those chances, closing down those passing lanes. We'll see if anyone can find a way to kind of break that down here in the second half.
As the deep free kick pass from Freyan Priest gets all the way down just outside the 18 at about the 22-23 yard marker, but Unoh is not able to find an opportunity to get it even inside the 18, let alone a shot. That's just kind of been the story of this game. Ava Lichtensteiger checks back into the game for Savannah Reese. She'll get a breather. Slesniski able to play with the ball. Goes around McIntosh. Numbers 4. Aquinas Schenk gets her shot blocked by Lakua, and being able to be sent out of dangerous territory for the time being. Throw in quick for Luis Albued. Gets it to Schenk. Back to Luis Albued. And then Schenk once more. Now she'll send it inside. Not being able to be poked away, but missed opportunity from Gignac. As it looks like that probably went off Bowling's foot, and it did, so it'll be Unoh to throw in deep in their own territory. It's about just a little bit more than 15 minutes left in this matchup. No one's been able to get a significant edge here in the second half. It's been even with no scoring. They'll say Aquinas to throw in, a little bit contested both ways between Carlson and Bowling. Sherman's going to send in a deep throw. Cut off by Chambers.
One thing I think we've learned in this match, if you are able to get a go-ahead goal, if you are able to create even a grand scoring opportunity, you're going to have to earn it. Both defenses have been very good in this game.
As Shank gets it over, no one able to come away with possession for Aquinas. Bowling puts the ball in the air to a stop, but once again, Unoh is just able to play this one away. It's going to go down all the way on the right side to Gignac. It's going to be Fran Priest sending that one far all the way back, potentially into the woods right there, as we do have an injured player down on the field. Looks like it's Olivia Chambers, and we've been calling her name a lot tonight. She came up clutch on the defensive side multiple times in this matchup, being able to also distribute the ball back and forth with her teammates. And the only reason why this game's 1-1, I mean, Aquinas has been known to get multiple goals every game. I mean, their only 1-goal game came against Unoh. Now they got to get 2 to win. So she's going to stay on the field. Nope, she will actually get a sub in for her, but you can't. She's able to go. You can't expect her to be off the field for too long.
This game has been somewhat level in terms of possession, but in the last 5 to 10 minutes, Aquinas College has found a little bit more of a gear. They're trying to get that go-ahead goal. They've been pressing here the last few minutes, just unable to get a clean look at that goal, but they're looking for that one great chance.
Shank might be able to get it right here, but multiple Unoh defenders able to come up with a stop. Trying to get it through that lane. Bowling cuts it off, sends it to the middle. Segovia sends a pass down on the right side, but Unoh able to play it away. It's Permonen able to clear that one out as it goes, and that ball goes out into the street once again due to the quick reactionary defense. As Bowling sends a header, this ball staying up in the air. Some more headers to come. This one finally going to touch someone's feet. As Bowling sends it back to Hentman. Sherman's going to send in a deep pass. Looking for Slesniski, and oh, that is a clear foul call right there. You might see a card with the aggression that was played right there.
It's been almost like a chess match. We're looking to find the way to break down the opposition, but this is a great opportunity. You may not get that chance in the open play, but here you get a free kick just right of center, about 25 yards out. So this is a chance, again, for Aquinas to either put something on target, look for the corners, maybe low, because the goalkeeper for Northwestern Ohio that has to have a lot of size and length, or you want to be able to serve this ball over into the middle of the box and have some players make that run and try to volley in a shot.
So it'll be Luis Albuid and Lichtensteiger, both on the set play. Wall of 4. As there's a little bit of a gap right there between Lima. Lichtensteiger takes the shot. Eisner able to get on the ground and come up with the save.
6 save leading for Eisner. She hasn't been called to ask to stop a ton of chances, but when her number has been called, again, that ball was kind of like a low shot just around the wall into traffic, but she was there to make that save.
So Luis Albuid's going to try to get a second chance opportunity. Slesniski has the advantage down on that left side. It's actually Schenk who's not able to get any opportunity, trying to keep it in on the touchline. Ball still in play, not called out of bounds, as we're going to see another foul right there. Clearly on Slesniski. As we're going to see a yellow card on Slesniski. I believe. No, it's going to go on Chloe Feature, actually.
Feature number 18, 78-13 mark.
As that play was extremely physical both ways. I guess you're going to give the advantage to Aquinas.
But another great opportunity coming up from Aquinas College. You're on the far left side, just outside the box, about 7 or 8 yards. So this is a chance to bend that ball into the 6.
There's Luis Albuid to take the set play. Getting her feet set, going to get her steps. And she's going to look to send this one up deep. Eisner out of the play, but being able to be sent away by Unoh. As what a play by the Unoh defense once again in this matchup. Aquinas could add an easy goal opportunity right there, but not being in the right position. And Unoh being in the right position causes another stop. As Bowling's now going to send a pass deep on the right side, but that will go out on the touchline deep in Unoh territory.
So 79-18 into the match. Time is not on the side for either side in terms of trying to create a great scoring opportunity. We are lurking more and more towards possible some overtime sessions. Unless one team can find that magical moment here and put ahead the go-ahead goal here in the final 11 minutes.
Both goals have came off set plays, a deep free kick for Northwestern Ohio, and then a corner kick for Aquinas. So that might be what it all takes here. It's going to take deep passes, players being in the right place, and defense is not adjusting accordingly as Lakua tries to dribble through almost the whole entire team, not able to get past that back line. No one's been able to all season. It's Carlson, who's went down multiple times in this game, continues to battle through. As Promonin trying to win against Lichtensteiger, and you can expect a foul maybe potentially called. No. One was a little bit physical.
There was a little bit of a love tap there. Aquinas player kind of shoved the Unoh player out of bounds. The referee did not blow his whistle on that play, so...
As they're trying to play it up this left side, Promonin's going to be able to get to it and keep it in bounds. Dribbling through, shot. And it's going to be a foul call. And we could see a potential card, and we do. Believe it's going to go on Mava Lichtensteiger. No, Ingrid Hentemann is who received the foul call. The Defensive Player of the Year picking up a yellow card. We've seen a few yellow cards now come out in this latter part of the second half.
So Hentemann, one of the top defenders in this conference, if not nationally, has to play a little bit more loose in the remaining of this game. She already has her first yellow card, so you do not want to have a player get a second yellow and turn into a soft red and have to play him down a man. You get into a 1-to-1 game at this stage of the contest, and every little play does matter.
Yep. So it looks like this set play is going to be very deep on the left side. This could be an opportunity for Unoh to get a header in.
You need to bend this ball in the middle of the box. Hopefully you can get a player high enough to get a volley or a head ball towards the framework.
That ball is really high for Unoh, headed away for Aquinas. Battling back and forth to keep it inside the 18 is McIntosh and Bowling, and Bowling's going to be able to come up with the stop, and they're going to be able to potentially go on a counterattack here. Is that through ball trying to get past Carlson? She's able to put a stop on it. We have a foul call potentially all the way on the other side.
There was a collision there on the far side. The referee did play on. Then realized as that ball was moving downfield that the player was not getting up. And
he's got a yellow card in that right hand, I'm pretty sure. So that would be the fourth one of the second half.
And the yellow card is in the hand. We'll see if he does issue this to one of the players.
So Bowling gets on her own 2 feet. Looks like she's grabbing at like the trap or the collarbone area of the shoulder. So it looks like we might see who this... Someone's going to get a yellow card. So we'll see from the official stats keepers. Nope, no yellow card. And this one being in the middle of the field, Aquinas and Unoh are going to battle for possession back and forth. Sherman sends in a deep pass. It's kicked away. Gignac going to be able to be on the recovery. Prononin.
Unfortunate circumstance for Gignac. She was trying to get the ball down that right side, just lost control as the defender was kind of draped over her left shoulder. But a lot of those plays throughout the course of this match, we're now in the 82nd minute. They've been closely contested. There's not a lot of time once you corral the ball, you look for the pass. You only have a couple seconds to get rid of the ball, if not sooner.
Lichtensteiger gets it back to Segovia. She's going to take a shot from deep. It's going to go too far to the right. Take a couple bounces, and Eisner is going to be able to recover.
Great serve to kind of go over the top of the traffic there on the back line. Shank ran out of real estate before she could corral that loose ball and get off a shot. Again, 82nd minute where time is starting to tick. Players are starting to show a little bit more fatigue. The passes aren't as sharp as they were earlier in the match.
Nope. Emily Gignac comes out for Savannah Reese, and Brittany Probst comes onto the field as well for Madison Slesniski. As no one able to come away with an advantage. Too long of a pass right there for Lichtensteiger. Carlson will throw it in to go the other way. As Reese and Bowling have been probably the two most impactful players for Aquinas tonight. They've been able to intercept passes, get the offensive possessions going for Aquinas. They just haven't been able to finish on that front end. One goal, that coming from a defender of Avery Tech, and we're used to seeing Sydney Schenk, Louise Alblid, Madison Slesniski, Lichtensteiger, all being able to put it on the net or inside the net, but in this matchup, they haven't been able to get anything to go in other than a goal from Avery Tack, who plays on the back line. So it'll be a deep throw in for Aquinas. Probst able to get that one out of dangerous territory, but it falls into the feet of McIntosh, and Unoh will look to go the other way.
The Saints are really starting to pressure that back line of Unoh, and they're looking to maybe force a mistake, get a ball deep in the territory off a steal, and be able to create a great scoring chance. But we're in the 84th minute now, just under 7 minutes left in that scoreboard, and time is starting to run out on regulation.
As Unoh might have an opportunity right here. And it looks like we're going to get an offsides call against number 11, Inga Ehrenfried.
So first offsides called against Northwestern Ohio in this match.
And a crucial opportunity right there for Unoh, because that could have been the second goal of their game. All she had to do was turn it around, get a touch, and put it into the net. Now, obviously, you got to get it packed.
In a game like that, it's easier said than done.
Right, but she did have a wide open opportunity right there as Hentman is going to come up with a stop right there, able to turn it over quickly. But McIntosh is going to intercept the deep pass, and Unoh might be able to get an opportunity. Lima, she's going to turn around, pass it over to the left side. Permonen sends in a shot, and it's saved by Shuck.
Forced save the evening for Shuck. That ball did not have a lot of pace on it. She was able to lean over to her left side and snare that ball out of harm's way. So Unoh looking more of the counterattack type team as they were in much the first half. They kind of leveled things off the first 20 minutes of the second half, and then kind of settled back for that counterattack. Yep. Just unable to really get much pace on that shot.
Ferrin Priest and this Unoh offense is going to look to come up with another opportunity to get a shot. The opportunities have been limited, as we read off the stats to you. Only 9 shots total for both teams, as it has been a game that's been fought at midfield and well defended on both sides at the ends. 16 fouls on Unoh, 12 on Aquinas, 28 total fouls. That's what you're going to see in a physical matchup like this, but it's not excessive to the point where it's like, you know, it's just a bunch of cheap shots and coming away. Like, these are hard-fought plays, and you can see it with the collisions be going both ways, and the officials just got to call a foul on someone. As Lakua is going to feed it down all the way to the left side to Chambers. Chambers doing a give and go. Excuse me, Carlson. Back down to Vermonen. She's going to dance around with it on the wing. Pass it over to Lakua. Lakua sends it across from deep. Shot missed.
Great opportunity on that right side, just a few yards away from the goal, and just
a completely
reaches
missed
forward
opportunity.
and just could not get her foot on that to either get a shot off or cross it back into the goal mouth there, because Shook was outside of position. She was over there near that far post. If she was able to get a foot on that and send it back into the box, anything could have happened.
Yeah, as we can take one more look at it right here. Feature not able to even get any remote contact on it And so that could be the difference right there. In a game just this tight, the less mistakes a team makes could end up leading to...
Yeah, you saw Igna Ehrenfried, the forward for Unoh, was there about 3 yards in front of that goal.
Yeah.
She was kind of waiting for that. If her teammate was able to send that ball back, she would have been right there, easy touch towards the goal line.
As Slezniski and Gignac are both back into the game after taking short break. Schenk sends it across. Nobody home for Aquinas, and that's probably going to be a foul on Lichtensteiger, and it is. So it'll be a free kick from deep in their own 18. About less than 4 minutes to play. If no one can come up with a goal. We saw in the men's final for Aquinas and Unoh that there was a goal for Aquinas to win in the last 2 minutes. So we can get an exciting finish to the end. You weren't here, Dan Stickrad, but me and Corey Bird, we were able to witness it. So I can't believe that game was already a week and a day ago.
Like they say, time flies when you're having fun.
Is Gignac able to get up to it? It looks like she made a little bit of knee-to-knee contact with Permonen. She gets a tap on the shoulder, acknowledging the contact. As Hentemann is going to have to use that big leg. Her and Freyrenpiece in Northwestern Ohio have been able to send deep kicks in all game, all season, all tournament. Bridget Sherman sends in a deep pass to the right side, headed away by Lakua. Permonen able to maintain possession, going to flip it to the right side of the field. And Shizolti not able to beat Tack one-on-one. Tack sends in a deep pass, and that could be a costly foul. Nope, they don't call it.
Referee says, "Can I play on?" Wasn't enough contact.
As Tack's going to get it up to Schenk. Ball down that left side. And let's see what the call is right here. No call, actually, and it just kind of stopped playing. That's happened twice in like the last minute now, where they stop it because they assume there's a foul, but the referee tells them to play on. Eisner's throw in being taken away by Aquinas. Lichtensteiger looking to throw a ball through, able to get it. Gignac sends it, intercepted by Freyrenpriest. As maybe just one more foot to the left, and that could potentially be an Aquinas goal.
Gignac needed to put a little bit more pace on that cross. She had a player kind of making a run down the center of the park into that sweet spot, just not enough, and an Unoh defender was able to clear that ball out of harm's way.
Freyrenpriest is going to send it out on the touchline. This is a perfect opportunity for Aquinas to get the last goal of the game. Schenk kicks it back to Gignac, sends it across over Eisner in the net, and it's going to go out on the end line.
Minute 26 left in the first half. That is the 89th minute. As they would say on the other side of the pond, the time is running out on regulation. We're still all level at one apiece here in the Whac Conference Final. University of Northwestern Ohio, Aquinas College.
Luckily, rain doesn't come into the equation until about 9 o'clock.
So hopefully that game would be over by then, but this has been an epic battle between the top two teams, not just this season, but the top two teams overall.
Yep.
Consistently for the last decade, these two teams have been contenders in the regular season, contenders in the conference tournament. They have left it all on the pitch here in Grand Rapids, Michigan here tonight. And we're looking more and more like overtime might have to decide the champion.
As we said it to start this game, it could come down to a shootout. It's just going to be one of those battles. As Aquinas might be able to get one more deep shot off. As back and forth, Unoh's going to look to send it away with about 30 seconds left in this first half. Ball played back in. Slezniski with limited time, trying to operate, going to take a shot from deep, but it's way far and right. And Eisner might as well take her time getting to it. No point of rushing and getting a missed kick and interception. You might as well just kick this one up with about 5 seconds left and let this go to overtime for your team. And that's what she's going to do. And we're not done here in 90 minutes. No, 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 no. We got to go to overtime here on the Michigan Soccer Network in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So it'll be 2 15-minute overtimes. And then if it's not decided by then, we will have to go to a penalty shootout. Still tied 1-1 between Aquinas and Unoh here in the Whac Tournament Women's Soccer Final.
And we will see you when we head to the first overtime period.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
Are you looking to take your game to the next level? Did you know that MSN is now offering player recruitment videos? Our packages include a player profile where you show your preferred positions, the club, the league, or school that you play in, your current coach contact information, and more. The highlight videos could be self-submitted, 15 to 30 clips that will be put into a 3 to 7 minute long video. Video review of your Huddle, VO, or other platforms that you might have video on, as well as for an additional charge, MSN can come out and film games for you to create those clips. Our coach evaluation process, which is also an additional charge, where we have college coaches from various levels across the United States that will review your game film and provide feedback on how to improve that film, as well as also evaluating your play and what you can improve on. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click. Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Sacker down by the end line. Pushes across. Lose your eye! And just like that, 1-1. Now Elders may look to take a shot. He does, and he buries it! Steps up, and just like that, Reed Dennis comes up big. Lose your eye, 1-on-1. Lose your eye. Oh, he'll be taken down inside the box.
Knocked back in. Nationals got it. Bicycle kick for a goal.
Now Sacker. Sacker into the 18. Sacker shot. That goes off the goalkeeper's glove into the net. 2-1 here in the 32nd. This one played in. That's a good ball. That one goes in. And just like that, the Nationals now have a 1-0 lead. Walensky puts his far post. One-touch opportunity. And what a great goal that was.
Joaquin Beatty of Ohio League.
Rapids, Michigan, going to overtime for the Whac tournament final in the women's soccer side. Lima set to kick it off to start the first 15-minute period of overtime.
Working a little overtime. The top two teams in the regular season, the top two seeds in the Whac tournament will play at least 30 combined minutes overtime to decide the winner. Again, if this game does not have a differential at the end of the second overtime, we will enter penalties to decide the winner. But both teams do have 30 minutes now. Two 15-minute full overtimes with a 2-minute break between these two overtime sessions to decide the winner.
As we're trying to get an update from you for the men's soccer side of the Whac tournament final, because Aquinas is playing Indiana Tech. Indiana Tech leading 1-0 45 minutes into that matchup. That started at 6 o'clock Eastern time, so another half to go there.
So quick foul against Unoh here to start the second half.
As Hentman to take the free kick. Hentman. Send in the free kick.
Great location for Hentman near that far side. She can able to kind of bend this in the middle of the box, see if her offense can work a little magic.
This one's up inside the 18, headed away by Frierenpriest, recovered by Gignac. It's going to be sent away by Ehrenfried.
Gignac kind of brought that ball down with her chest to her feet, and it was quickly cleared by the Unoh back line. Again, throughout the course of the first 90 minutes of regulation into overtime, both teams closing down in a hurry when the opposition has the ball. You do not have a lot of time to react, to make that pass, to make the shot, to make that flick. It's almost instinctual that you have to do it in a hurry because the other teams are not going to allow that extra space to be able to maneuver.
Let's see what the call is here. We're going to get a corner kick for Aquinas. There's also a yellow card given out to Judy McIntosh on Northwestern Ohio in that sequence of events. So Mava Lichtensteiger to take the corner kick for Aquinas. This one's going to be sent up high. Opportunity. Eisner able to catch it through multiple defenders and offensive players for Aquinas in traffic. Is able to get that one out, and Unoh might be able to pursue a counterattack here. Bowling not able to get it past O'Looney. O'Looney gets it to Promonin. Trying to play that ball through. Too many Aquinas defenders in the area to even find anybody.
You saw that last play by Unoh. Eisner leaps high above traffic. There was close to 20 bodies kind of bouncing around in that penalty box. Yet those outstretched arms was able to corral that ball and get it out of the box in a hurry.
Nakua looking to pass through on the right side, sent away by Hentman. Unoh, missed routine play there from Olivia Chambers. Luckily, she's able to get it down to Nakua on the right side. Promonin making some moves with the ball on the right side. Trying to beat Tack on the ground. She does. They're trying to recover. Lima get into it. Let's see what the call is going to be. It looks like we're going to have a corner kick for Northwestern Ohio.
This is the fourth corner kick of the match coming up for Unoh. They had 3 in the second half, and this is the first one they've been able to create here in the first overtime period. Again, these are two 15-minute overtime periods with a 2-minute break between them. They must be played in full, so we'll be up to 30 minutes in terms of trying to get that go-ahead goal for either side.
It's going to be a corner kick taken by Unoh. Lakua sends it in, almost headed in by Lima, but it's going to be a goal kick for Shuck and Aquinas. As it's two 10-minute periods, not 15. Me and Dan Stickrad were misinformed.
Collision near midfield. An Aquinas player kind of rolling around in a little bit of agony.
It's going to be Avery Tack. Is the only goal in this match for Aquinas. She's able to get that header in the later part of the first half. Now Shuck's going to come and take a free kick in that center circle. And she's been able to send some far drop kicks, but I'm surprised they don't go to Hentemann. That's been their bread and butter for deep free kicks, but they look for Shuck. They're trying to get one extra offensive player down inside the 18. Headed away, and Shuck's got to make sure she hurries back. Tack able to play it forward. It's going to be taken away by Carlson. Carlson continues to play physical.
I think that was the right tactical decision, because the one thing Shook hasn't done is she has not been running up and down the field for 90-plus minutes, where some of her teammates that have been, especially that back line, they haven't made a lot of substitutions on the back four for Aquinas College.
Sherman for Tack, and that's about it. This will be a free kick for Freyen Priest. This one played by Lichtensteiger. Ball stays up in the air, goes right back to her. Trying to play a through ball on that left side. You can expect it to roll out on the touchline. And about halfway through this first overtime period, no one really able to get a shot off yet. As you play by Eisner that she made off that only corner kick for Aquinas in this overtime period was spectacular. I mean, that could have gone, in Aquinas' favor, potentially been a goal, but the aggressive play from Eisner ended up being a success for Unoh. As the Racers are going to get a free kick just inside their own territory. And Freyen Priest, I mean, she's got the leg to get this all the way to the net. Want to set someone up for a header or an easy kick in, as she'll send it a little bit shorter than normal. Takes a couple of bounces to Lima. She gets it to Carlson. Carlson gets pushed down by Gignac, and they're going to say no foul call.
You hate to call a penalty kick in the first overtime of a conference tournament championship, but there was quite a bit of contact in there. Gignac gave a little bit of an elbow on the back. The referee says play on, so Aquinas College escapes a little bit of danger. Some referees might have actually called that a penalty shot.
So we're going to get a stoppage in time right here as Carlson is down on the ground once again. This is about the third or fourth time now, and it's not because she's being a baby about it. It's because she's playing really hard. I mean, we've seen her get collided with multiple defenders in this matchup, and the ability to play hard. You're going to go on the ground for a couple of minutes, but you're able to get back up and continue playing. That's what you want to see if you're coach Alicia Fry. Only second season with the team. Won the Whac tournament final last year, as we're going to have tie up right here, stoppage in clock, and the official's going to have a meeting between Slezniski and Olivia Chambers. So they're going to argue back and forth.
Chambers is kind of both had a chance to plead their case. The referee did not pull out his cards on this particular play, but I think that was a final warning here. If there's any more extracurricular activities, there will be cards issued to players on either side, with a little bit of shoving, a little bit of talking back and forth there on that far side. So free kick coming up for Unoh, but quite a bit of contact, quite a bit of little shoving after the play.
As the last three fouls have been on Aquinas in this overtime period. So this one sent in deep by Freyen Priest. Once again, O'Looney able to get a foot on it. Unoh trying to get something to happen on offense, and we're going to have another free kick for Unoh. So 4 fouls on Aquinas in a row, and this one being just outside the 18 can give Unoh the opportunity to potentially come away with the goal.
This looks to be about 23, 24 yards out on the left side. Great opportunity again. Do you want to put this on target? Do you want to serve that ball in the middle of the box? Look for something to happen in a kind of a goal mile scrum, maybe a volley or header, maybe a shot to flex off a defender into the back of the net. There is choices, but there is not a lot of time. We're down to 2:46 in the first overtime period. There will be a second 10-minute overtime period following this.
So it looks like taken by Ehrenfried. Put up on the right side. O'Looney tries to keep it in. And it will, but it might go the other way with Aquinas playing it down the left side as Schenk able to maintain possession. If you're Aquinas, you got to move quickly. Getting the ball all the way to the center circle. Being battled back and forth. Schenk trying to poke it away. Lichtensteiger plays it up for Slesniski, going one-on-one with Chambers. Trying to play her way through. Can she take the shot? It's deflected away. Niblett! Missed opportunity as that one is wide left.
Niblett had a wide open goal. She kind of broke free on the left side. The ball squirts out, but the ball was kind of spinning away from the goal, and she's unable to get a clean look and just shanks it left.
What a slide tackle right there from Olivia Chambers to poke that one out. Niblett did have the open opportunity with Eisner being far out of the net, but not able to come away with the goal as we got about less than a minute 30 here. No one able to come away with an advantage 1-1 in this first overtime period. As that one goes out on the touchline quickly, so this could be an opportunity for Aquinas to come away with the goal, but the opportunities have been really limited here in this matchup. It's now less than a minute. Can Unoh and the Racers get something to go? Gonna dribble it down this right side. So that one's gonna go out. Be a throw in the other way. Schenk able to spin away, sent away by McIntosh. It's down to O'Looney. O'Looney trying to play forward. Tack's gonna box out O'Looney. Be a throw in the other way, and we can expect this overtime match, or this first overtime period, to conclude with no goals, and we'll have to go to a second one to see if it could be decided by then, and if not, we're going to get a penalty shootout. As Olivia Chambers sends that one over the touchline. That one's thrown in. Lichtensteiger able to get up to it. Contact between both Lichtensteiger and McIntosh.
Looks like McIntosh got the worst of that collision. She's kind of rolling around the ground, a little bit of agony.
As both teammates attending to both players.
Like Aquinas player kind of hit her nose up against the side of the head of McIntosh. Can't see who is exactly laying down on the ground.
It's Mabel Lichtensteiger, the leading goal scorer and assist player for
Lichtensteiger, the likely All-American. Again, you have 17 goals, 14 assists heading into the conference tournament championship. It's top 10 in the nation in both categories. You can expect to see some high postseason honors for her level of play this season. But she's been somewhat bottled up here tonight. Not a lot of great scoring chances. But again, credit to both defenses. They have not allowed the other team to really generate a lot of great chances. There's been serves in the box. There has been shots. But in terms of like great 1v1 on the keeper, a lot of, you know, there's a lot of these shots have come from distance. They've come in tight space with the defender draped over your shoulder. A lot of shots have been blocked. So neither team's really been able to get a ton of great scoring chances here in the first 100 minutes.
As Probst is going to check in for Lichtensteiger, she's going to head to the bench. That's a key part of your offense for Aquinas. She is the leading points, or she's the leader in individual points with 48. as the second closest is Sydney Schenk with 36. Freyard Priest is going to send this one deep. Going to get a little bit of extra time, it looks like, in this overtime period. O'Looney gets it to Promonin. It's Carlson not able to get to it. Probst just checks in. Can she get something going? Great pass to Slesniski, but Eisner able to get to it, as you could have been a little bit too physical by Olivia Chambers. As it looks like that's going to be the end of this first overtime period.
You saw that last play, the Aquinas forward kind of slams her hand down on the turf in frustration, but that kind of explains the whole first 100 minutes. Forwards and midfielders on both teams have been a little bit frustrated because the scoring chances, the space, the maneuver, you know, the amount of seconds you have to kind of turn and fire or turn and make that pass, they've kind of been nullified, taken away by the opposition. So that was only fitting to end the first overtime period with a missed opportunity. The ball kind of went out of bounds, out of harm's way, and the forward just kind of slams her fist down in a little bit of anger. But we will have 10 more minutes, Noah, to decide the champion here in the Whac Tournament Championship match. Top two teams after 100 minutes still level at 1-1. We haven't seen a goal since the 34th minute. It was tied 1-1 at the halftime break. But fatigue is starting to take over. You can kind of see that the passes aren't as sharp. The players aren't running full tilt like they were, especially in that first half. Do coaches start to sub in some fresh legs, maybe to get a player that hasn't played a lot in this game or hasn't played at all to try to get that go-ahead goal? Or do they just continue to play with their stars and hopefully that they can get a little bit of luck and get a shot into the back of the net?
We're going to take a quick break here. When we return, it will be the second overtime to potentially decide this matchup of the Whac Women's Tournament Final here on the National Soccer Network. Don't go too far. We will be back with you in just a moment.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
And welcome back to the second overtime period here at Aquinas Soccer Field here on the National and Michigan Soccer Network. Still tied 1-1 between Unoh and Aquinas. We'll see if we can come away with the victor here in the second overtime period. Noah Drury alongside Dan Stickrad. Dan, I mean, no one's been able to get a clear advantage so far. It's been 1-1 since the 34th minute, so about 76 minutes of just, 66 minutes of just no scoring between either side.
If there is a goal that comes in the second overtime session, it might come off a set piece. I say that because fatigue is kind of taking over on both teams. A lot of the star players are a little bit slower moving to the ball, but there has been a lot of great chances in open play to begin with. So maybe team lucks out, they get a free kick 9-10 yards out, and they can bend one into the corner of the net or serve a corner kick into the box. But time is kind of running out on both sides. Are they going to try to just continue to press each other? Are they going to try to play for a shootout? We'll see what happens here in the final 10 minutes.
As Erin Fried comes up to this one, trying to play it through for Lima. No, she'll get it right back. Poked away by Bowling. We're going to have a foul called. And this could be one of those set-piece opportunities here if you're Unoh, as 19 fouls on either side. As the foul count has gone significantly up as the game's gone on, and I think it's just player fatigue and also just playing your heart out as well. As Carlson's looking to take this free kick, it's going to be a wall of three with Sherman, Bowling, and it looks like Gignac.
Both these teams should advance to the NAIA National Tournament next week. However, you always want to claim that championship hardware, but the pressure isn't on either time. It's not one of those conferences where it's a one-bid league. The winner advances, the loser goes home. Both these teams are top 25 this season. Both have had remarkable campaigns throughout the last 3.5 months.
This Carlson's shot is wide right, so it'll be a goal kick for Shuck. We're already about 2 minutes into the second overtime period, 8 minutes to go. And me and Dan Stickrad are here working overtime.
Sweet, sweet overtime. Will there be a great golden kind of opportunity here for either side?
So Lima gets pushed by Hentman pretty physically, as that could be her second yellow of the game.
Yeah, now she's starting to argue. You're already a player that has a yellow card caution earlier in the match. You do not want to get a second yellow on dissent, arguing a call. Hey, that was a little bit of shove on Aquinas.
As I think
just retreat, set up defensively, and try to hold your shape and clear this ball.
In a game in high stakes, there's going to be high emotions. You want that championship hardware if you're Hentman. You get the individual piece with being the defensive player of the year in the Whac, but you also want to have that team success show up for it with being the tournament champions, while also being the regular season champions as well.
But there's more at stake than just a championship. These two teams should have both advanced to the national tournament. You do not want to get a red card in the second overtime session and have to play that first round game minus one of your top players.
Yes. This pass sending off the free kick, poked away by Tech. It's Lakua in this offense. Carlson sends up a high cross. This one takes a bounce. Fahrenpriest tried to set it up for Ehrenfield, and Lima is going to try and stick with it. That ball is going to roll out of bounds. And we'll have a throw-in for Aquinas deep in their own territory. So this one's going to be deep down the right side, headed away by O'Looney. And Unoh is able to recover to the ball. Lima keeps it up, able to maintain possession for a little bit, sent away by Tack. And Unoh able to be on the recovery. This one's just being deep passes back and forth. Both teams trying to find an advantage. Could we have one right here? Shuck gets Aaron Fried's pass or a shot for a save.
Not a lot of pace on that shot. Great through ball to kind of, challenge that back line of Aquinas College. But you have to note at this stage of this game, Aquinas has only conceded 6 goals all season, 12 against Northwestern Ohio. So these defenses have been kind of bend but don't break. They've only given up 1 goal in this marathon match. Their defenses have played great since the middle of August. So if there is a goal here in the waning minutes of the second overtime session, it might have to be in kind of a dramatic set piece type of flavor.
As Permanen gets the ball, she'll send it back to Fahrenpriest, over to Olivia Chambers. Chambers is going to sprint ahead with the ball, taking it the distance, intercepted. Off Chambers, it'll be a throw in off the touchline for Aquinas. Aquinas throws it deep down the right side, trying to keep it in play, potentially get an advantage on offense. But Unoh will be able to throw it in the other way.
Apologize for the camera angle there on the near side. This is kind of a unique situation where there's a perch high above the center table. But we have that railing there. You can't see the ball when it comes to the near touchline from certain angles of that perch.
So now Aaron Fried kicks it back to Lakua. Lakua tries to flip it down to the left side of the field. Gignak's able to get to it first. Maybe sent away. So it looks like Slesniski able to get ahead of Chambers. Can she get past Fahrenpriest? It's been a standout defender for Unoh, able to maintain possession. Still keeping her dribble. Now she's going to be double teamed. Going to look to send across. Try to keep it in. It's going to be poked out by Unoh. And we could have a potential corner kick coming up for Aquinas.
This is a 13th corner kick coming up for Aquinas. Again, just a minute ago I alluded to the fact that we might have to see a goal off a set piece here in the second overtime session. This is a great opportunity coming up for Aquinas, and with just 5.5 minutes left in the second overtime, the chances are going to be at a minimum. This could be the last chance for either side. So you need to put this in the middle of the box, hopefully for a goal mouth scrum. You can get a volley, get a shot on frame, maybe even earn a second corner kick, but you have to create something off this chance.
Luis Alblid to take the corner kick for Aquinas. Loads up, sends it up high. Header just outside. As that could have been the opportunity to take this match away.
Just a little bit off of the framework on that far left side. Great serve into the middle of the box. Just a little bit unlucky. If that ball was maybe a foot closer on the header, that would have found its way inside the near post.
It's now just about 3 minutes left remaining in this second overtime period. So we could see a penalty shootout. Ball goes over the touchline for Promonin, as there's maybe about one or two good quality shot opportunities left for both these squads. Back and forth at midfield, kind of in that middle third area. Aquinas able to get the ball down there, and Chambers is just going to look to get it back to Eisner. The performance from Eisner tonight, I know she allowed that goal off that corner kick, but other than that, she's been able to come up with 4 saves and only allow 1 goal in total.
She's used every bit of her 6'1" frame to kind of corral a couple of crosses and shots near those posts. Both goalkeepers really, you look, they have that size. They're very agile, very athletic, but they know how to maneuver between traffic. They know how to kind of patrol and take command of their box.
Luis Alblid gets it up to Slesniski, and this could be another opportunity for Aquinas, as they got to get this shot off kind of quickly. Not too much time to work with, and Slesniski slow to get up off the ground. You can see KT tape on her hamstring right there.
This free kick's about 30 yards out, maybe a little bit more on that far left side, but another chance to kind of curl this into the middle of the park, create a little bit of magic within that box.
And this would be one of the most dramatic goals probably on the Michigan, probably on this network
if they can squeak one by here today.
Luis Alblid sends up the shot high. Can they get one to go into the net? No, too high.
Great opportunity. That ball kind of bounced back to the top of the box, just unable to kind of croon that ball, get a little bit more control over it, put it on framework. So sails above the goal post and above the crossbar. So we're down just inside a minute here in the second overtime session. We're still all level at 1 apiece.
Aquinas might be able to get one more shot off. Gets the ball to Shank. Cut off by McIntosh, as they might have to send one in from deep. Segovia feeds it up. Shank tries to get a shot over McIntosh. No foul called. So about less than 30 seconds. Sherman tries to keep it in, as you just don't want to allow Northwestern Ohio to even get an opportunity to send one in. 10 seconds now. Reese trying to send one up. No, there's a foul call at midfield. And the second overtime period is over. You know what that means. We're going to a penalty shootout. And when we come back, we will have it decided between a penalty shootout between Aquinas and Northwestern Ohio for the Whac Women's Tournament Final here on the National Soccer Network and Michigan Soccer Network. Don't go too far. We got a great game about to come to an end.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
Are you looking to take your game to the next level? Did you know that MSN is now offering player recruitment videos? Our packages include a player profile where you show your preferred positions, the club, the league, or school that you play in, your current coach contact information, and more. The highlight videos could be self-submitted, 15 to 30 clips that will be put into a 3 to 7 minute long video. Video review of your Huddle, VO, or other platforms that you might have video on, as well as for an additional charge, MSN can come out and film games for you to create those clips. Our coach evaluation process, which is also an additional charge, where we have college coaches from various levels across the United States that will review your game film and provide feedback on how to improve that film, as well as also evaluating your play and what you can improve on. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
And welcome back to the Michigan Soccer Network. We have a penalty shootout between Unoh and Aquinas for the Whac tournament final. As it looks like Kayla Shuck's going to be in the net first, so Northwestern Ohio will have the opportunity to take an advantage 1-0. And I'm curious to see who's going to be who's going to take the penalties for, or penalty kicks for Unoh. It looks like it's going to be number 2, Christine Melby, the junior. As you can see on the scoreboard, you want to, if you can make all 5 and have the other team miss one, that's great. But you got to get the advantage, and if not, we'll go on a one-on-one sudden death.
And sometimes in a shootout, you'll see defenders who haven't run as much.
Melby takes it, saved by Shuck. As that's a big stop for Aquinas. So first one is a miss for Unoh. And now Eisner going to walk inside that 6-yard box. Going to have to be able to come up with a stop, try to even the score. So it's going to be number 16, the Whac Offensive Player of the Year, Sydney Schenk. She'll step up right here, right-footed. Takes the shot, and it goes in the right corner. So 1-0 lead here in this penalty shootout for Aquinas as we take a look at this replay right here.
Perfectly slotted ball. Eisner almost moved the other way. That ball was perfectly slotted just inside that right post to put her team up 1-0 in the shootout.
And now Matilda Berg-Carlson steps up. Has to even get it even, and if you're Eisner, you got to be able to come up with a stop.
Sometimes you get in a penalty kick shootout, the pressure is on the shooter.
Yep.
Especially if you are down in the shootout period, you do not want to miss fire.
Carlson takes the shot, saved by Shuck again. And Shuck comes up clutch with back-to-back saves. And she stops that one with her feet. So now if you're Aquinas, I mean, you just make the rest of them here. It's easy. You're winning this tournament final. As you can just see the amount of people that are here for this tournament final.
Over the last 2.5 hours, that crowd has gotten bigger and bigger as this match went along. You have fans along all 4 sides of the field.
Ingrid Hentemann to take this one. She's taking some more steps back. She's going to take the shot. Eisner not able to get a hand on it, and it goes in for Hentemann. 2-0 advantage in this penalty shootout, and if you're Unoh, you got to make every one now because the pressure is on. If you want to win or to tie, because you got to hope Aquinas misses too. So now they'll send in Jane Esther Freirenpriest. It's been one of their most impactful players in this matchup. Had that long assist all the way to Lima in that first half when they got a goal in the 9th minute.
Our team is down 2-0 in the shootout, so you're in a must-convert situation.
Freirenpriest takes the shot, and Shuck got faked out right there. And they're able to make it 2-1, but you got to be, if you're Eisner in this Unoh defense, I mean, you got to hope you can come up clutch here and get a stop or two Well, you got to come up with 2 stops at least. If you can get 3, that would be a golden number for you because you could come away with the win in the penalty shootout. So now 2-1 in the penalty shootout. Bowling stepping up. The junior mid from Unoh, Michigan, went to Forest Hill Central High School. She has an opportunity of a lifetime right here in the penalty shootout. She takes the shot, saved by Eisner. And it's still in play for Unoh. They got to get a shot to go in right here, or the pressure is really on.
Bowling just didn't get much pace on that shot at all. Eisner guessed right to her left, make the clean save off that. So Aquinas College up 2-1 here as they come up for their
It's going to be the
fourth shooter.
Fourth shooter for Unoh is number 6, Miney Lakua. Got to even the score right here, make it 2-2. As the shot goes up and in on the left side, faked out Shuck once again. And Lakua is able to even it 2-2, 3-3 overall score. And Shuck is, you can just see she was leaning a little bit towards her left side, and Lakua was able to go to the opposite side and put it into the net. As now Lichtensteiger, the leading goal scorer, midfielder of the year in the Whac, has got to be able to put this one in the net, and it puts a lot of pressure on Unoh.
You got to put a lot of pace on this, and you definitely have to put it in one of the corners.
Eisner comes up with the save, and Lichtensteiger is not able to get it in the net. So we are tied 2-2 in the penalty shootout. Wow. I mean, this is coming down to the wire, Stick Rad.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't ask for anything more in an epic clash here between the top 2 teams in the Whac conference all season long.
Is now Nana Rosengreen. It's been a person to take the corner kicks and set pieces. As Shuck, a lot of pressure on both sides. What could we see here? Rosengreen setting up. Shuck, laser focused. Rosengreen sets up. Saved by Shuck. And what a save for the goalkeeper of Aquinas. She's been clutch all year in getting that 3rd save on the 5 attempts. Aquinas has a chance to put it away with the last penalty kick.
So a once-in-a-lifetime, perhaps, opportunity coming up for Aquinas College. They just need to convert this final penalty.
It'll be
2-2 after 4.5 rounds of the shootout. This will be the 5th attempt coming up for Aquinas.
Brittany Probst, the senior forward from Unoh, Michigan as well, same as Bowling, transferred from Toledo. She has an opportunity of a lifetime to win the tournament final. The Whac, she kicks it, and it's in the net. Aquinas has won the Whac tournament final, and they're able to come away with the win in the penalty shootout. As you can see the dog pile on the end of the goal box right there, and there is going to be a long celebration all the way back to the locker room. And if you are James DeCosmo in the head coach of this team, I mean, you couldn't be prouder in this moment right now.
Ada, Michigan, less than 10 miles away, and they get one of their hometown products to put the finishing touches on the Whac tournament championship with this kick.
Wow. I mean, what a goal right there. You're able to fake out Eisner.
It had pace. It was just top shelf, just underneath that crossbar. The goalkeeper guessed the wrong way. That is your game winner. A marathon match, to say the least. 5 rounds of penalty kicks. And Aquinas College on their home turf. The regular season and the conference tournament champion. So the undisputed champion here in 2024 belongs to the Saints of Aquinas College.
And they cannot be happier as you look at all the smiles right there. And as you can see, James DeCosmo gets the Gatorade dumped on him. Oh, man. And luckily, he had his coat on, or that would have been a lot colder if there wasn't a layer to protect him. Now it's still going to be cold, and he's going to have that.
It's worth it. He's done a great coaching job this season. Tacoma undefeated with this squad from Aquinas College. They're now 17-0-1. They prevailed here, double overtime and a shootout victory. 3-2 on penalty kicks, 2-1 overall. Just an incredible marathon match. Both sides left it all on the field here tonight, but there had to be a winner. There had to be a champion, and that champion in 2024 is the Saints of Aquinas College.
And if you're Northwestern Ohio, you still have a chance to make your way into the national tournament and still be competitive. And look, you played the 5th best team in the country to 110 minutes. I mean, it literally came down to the last penalty kick in the first set. You can't be discouraged if you're the Racers. You can only take what you learned in this game on into the national tournament and know that you can compete with the top teams in the country.
And there's some happy faces of 30-plus soccer players at Aquinas College are hoisting that championship trophy high on their home turf. Again, they were undefeated this season. They walk into that postseason, the National NAIA tournament, 17-0-1. They won the regular season. They won the conference tournament here tonight against number 2 seeded Northwestern Ohio University. But what a great effort for both teams. There had to be a winner, and Aquinas found a way to get it done, even if it took almost 2.5 hours to claim that championship trophy.
Well, Dan Stickrad, it has been a pleasure calling all 110 plus the penalty kick minutes of this game. Want to thank you guys for joining us on the National Soccer Network and Michigan Soccer Network here for the 2024 Whac Tournament Final. Aquinas is able to get their 5th title in school history and be the regular season and Whac Tournament champions of 2024. For Dan Stickrad, your producer Corey Bird, myself, Noah Drury, I want to say so long, everybody, and have a great night.